Yes, people. Welcome back to another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm joined by a resident of Sarcasm City. You see him here as often as I am. So whether it's on the NBA watch-alongs, whether it's the Premier League watch-alongs, whether it's Champions League watch-alongs, whether it's ballers at the bridge, whether he sees Karim Benzema scoring goals at the bridge, or he sees his team conceding 4 to Brentford, or he sees the Lakers not making the play-ins. Yes, Timo, he's in the building. What are you telling me, family? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you? You must have been. You feel fantastic, didn't you?
Why would I feel fantastic? What do you mean by that? Why would I feel fantastic?
You're good, yeah.
I'm good. When am I not good? When do you speak to me and I'm not good? Why would I be feeling fantastic? Please elaborate
just
on
smiling, just smiling. On
can I be happy to do the Q&A? Can I not just be happy to do the Q&A on Sarcasm City TV? Can I be happy to see? Can I be happy to see you? Can I be happy to see the chat? Can I be happy to see Cams because I've not seen him in a minute? Why can't I smile? You know what I'm saying? Like, Cams, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I can't smile. Is that against the law to smile now? Yeah.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. All right. So we'll move on to another. You get me? Like I said, resident of Sarcasm City. You can catch him here often as well. Cams is in the building. Yes, Cams. What are you telling me? You good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a good week.
It has been a good week. Still, zero complaints. Cam's good. I'm good. I don't know why Timo thinks I'm doing very, very good, but I'm doing well, people. But please make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Hit that like button, share it across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And make sure when you subscribe, you hit that notification bell. Road to 4K, people. Road to 4K. So make sure you hit the notification bell. And welcome in another regular to Sarcasm City. My lad Jez is in the building. What are you telling me, Jez? You good?
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing for? Not funny.
It's really not funny though. It's not funny though. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Well, how was that hat trick team in 4K? I want to know. How did you feel being in the ground, hearing
that was not 4K. That was 8K.
Yeah, sure. 8K. How did it feel? Tell me, how good did it feel?
Tell me, how good did it feel?
Pause.
No fun.
I hate you people.
I ain't Christensen. I didn't lose Vinicius Jr. for the first goal. Why are you mad at me? That ain't my fault. I did not track my runner. You know what I'm saying?
Reece James hiding as well.
That's not you. But for those people who are new and just joining, the title of this episode is Benzema hat trick at the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Versus Chelsea. Also, for those that are new, on top of that, if you what was I gonna say? Yes, you lot in the comments run the show. So it is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, and you get to ask us any questions, past or present. So it's any sporting question, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, UFC, whatever you want to ask people. I can see you lot in the chat, and of course, members comments do take priority, like a super chat as well, people. So if you want to join the membership, the link's underneath in the description. Of course, members' comments take priority as well. But yeah, man, Benzema hat trick at the bridge versus Chelsea. Cams, while Timo gets himself together, you know what I'm saying? I think he's just having flashbacks. What was your thoughts on the Benzema hat trick at the bridge?
This guy is just ridiculous, isn't he? Like, those crosses, like, they were like half chances for like a normal player or even a good player. A player of his caliber, like scoring them. And obviously, the third goal, like, he still did there to score it, but he was ridiculous that game. Ridiculous. Back-to-back hat-tricks in the Champions League. Last player to do that was Ronaldo.
That's wild. That's a wild statement. That's a wild statement. Jez, if you are there, your thoughts on the Benzema hat-trick and anything else you want to add to Chelsea 1, Real Madrid 3?
Yeah. Kant already said pretty much what I could have said, to be honest. Like, those 2 headers that he scored is only elite strikers, the elite of the elite, not Lukaku, that expect to score those headers. Like the Harry Kanes, the Lewandowskis, and Haaland. These are the type of strikers that I expect to see them make those headers. Any other striker, I don't expect them to do them because it's just their technique and the difficulty as well that you have to direct them to get them into the goal as well. Brilliant in it. And even for the third goal, even though it was a mistake by Mendy and Rudiger, you can say communication, still just to have the awareness, seeing that and just pressing them and put them even more under pressure to get there and get the ball and just pretty much score that third goal. Just brilliant. And back-to-back hat-tricks in the Champions League. Only him, Ronaldo are the two players that only did that. And I think in Champions League history. So yeah, big up to him. And for me, that puts the debate between him and Lewandowski to bed, because I always said that Benzema is a better footballer.
I was always to bet. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I don't care that. I don't care that Lewandowski's. For me, Lewandowski's an elite striker in terms of just scoring, but just the all-round game that Benzema has is just perfect. Yeah.
Team really getting cooked. Man said, "What time is it in Mexico?"
I was going to get to that because Timo, this is a question from a member as well. What time is it in Cancun? Because your name says greetings from Cancun, so clearly you know what time it is in Mexico. But speaking of Timo, I asked Cams, I asked Jez, somebody who was there live and in the flesh. You didn't see it in 4K. You seen it in real life. You could see. He was there in the rain in West London. Talk to us, Timo, because you was at the other end, correct, from the Benzema 2 headers.
Correct.
Okay, so you were telling me on the NBA stream that the tie's still alive. So why are you so depressed?
Correct. I was on the other end for those 2 goals. Unfortunately, the build-up play from our defensive end was so poor. They were sitting at the back at one point and literally just play possession ball through that midfield. I feel like that right-hand side was cut wide open, and I think Vinicius' pace causing us problem. I feel like if we have RJ's help on the right-hand side, it could have been nullified. But then the new problem began. It's like once Christensen's trying to help out, the other defenders trying to come in as well, help out the Christensen, because he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
As a result, leaving Benzema wide open in the box, and boom, that first goal, it was unsavable. It was great header by Benzema. You have to get credit for that. Second goal, it was about the position, the quality of the finish, and I just think that this is not the Chelsea that we know. I think defensively we looked so lethargic at times, and it could have been like 4-0 in the first half. And unlucky for Vinicius, he hit the bar as well at one point. But then again, like
Benzema missed a good chance as well. The one with the left foot.
The battle of the midfield, unfortunately, has won by them. Kante was so non-existent yesterday. Jorginho, great assist, but then again, he was so poor as well in that game. And Havertz, the only player out there that could help. Is held up high though, but yeah, man. And I think this is hopefully it's not the end, but we got massive work to do. And the alarm bells were ringing from the Brentford game. Like, what's the reaction from that Brentford game? Are these players going to wake up from that? Literally, like, it was almost the fact that we didn't play our best in this game, yesterday's game. Unfortunately, and we gave them 2-3 goals, and it's unfortunate that the pace of this team, the quality is not there, and you can see that front 3 from Real Madrid miles better. They had 5 shots on target in the first half, 5 compared to us that had 25%.
You got 20 shots in total in the end.
Yes. Exactly, but yeah, man.
Hey, Lewis, my brother, man. Lewis, my brother.
Hey, I need backup,
please,
man.
Lewis, please. I will send you the link, and I called you as well, fam. You can't hit me. You can't hit me back.
It's 3v1.
How's it free? Hey, 3v1. You know about 3v1. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know about. You know about 3-1, fam. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. You know about 3-1.
Jez, you're a dickhead, man.
Hey, what did I do?
As I was saying, yo, Lewis, you can't. I ring you. You can't hit me back. Well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. He knows about. Yeah, that is true as well.
Fast, mate.
Those about conceded 7 goals at home in 3 days. But yo, Lewis, you can't hit me back. So for those that don't know, I'm gonna put him on blast. I rang Lewis earlier. I wasn't even ringing him to troll. Wasn't even no trolling thing or anything like that. It's my brother's birthday coming up soon. So I was just seeing how he is, how he's doing, what the plan is. This guy, no response. Normally Lewis gets me back. Yo, I hit you back, such and such. I'm saying, oh, you on date night? All right, cool, fair enough then, fam. Handle business, man. You know what I'm saying? And that day night tax, fair enough. I take it back. I take it back. You know. I hope you enjoyed it, fam. You know what I'm saying? And hope you did. Welcome, Surfer, into the building as well. Were you telling me, my guy, you good?
Timo set up the bat signal. I've come in, man. I heard you need some support, bro.
We didn't.
I'm here, saying, bro.
What do you mean? Like, well, he weren't Christians and looking at Thiago Silva and Reece James. He don't need no backup or support. He didn't need no support.
How was your European game this week?
We weren't even trolling. This is the thing. We weren't even trolling. Like I've not even trolled in that. You know what I'm saying? I would never troll the defending, reigning, undisputed European champions. I would never do that.
Can you do that?
I would never do that.
When you say something like, can you turn off the camera because you're small? I can see you small.
Can't I be happy to see you, Surfer? Can't I just be happy to see you? Huh? You know what I'm saying? I can't be happy to. It's Jez. This is what I'm saying, Jez. It's a good day. You're here. Timo's here. Cam I've not spoke to. Every time I don't talk to Cams for like 2 days, feels like a week. Cams is back. Lewis is in the chat. We got Rhodes. We got the regulars in the chat. Like, yo, that's what it is. I was just here, man. I'm with my peoples. We in Sarcasm City. Timo's stressed though. I can't lie. You've had a bad few days, yo. You've had a
both of these teams are in the mud.
Wait, did you see Chelsea got beat 4-1 by Brentford? Then you seen the Lakers go out of the play-ins, and then a few days later you got beat 3-1 at home to Madrid. Is that right? Was the Chelsea, Brentford, and Lakers Suns the same night?
Lakers,
Chelsea,
Brentford
was the day after?
Lakers Suns on the same night, but same morning.
It's within 24 hours.
Yeah, it was.
So what do you think of the game, Seth? I haven't heard your thoughts.
That being said, make sure you go before you go, Cams. I know you're gonna ask him that. Make sure you go check out Lewis's.
I need a cigarette. I'll be back.
Go check out Lewis's stream. Recapping the game because I've watched the majority of it. Hilarious. Surfer, you are the MVP of that show. That one there, that was jokes. But go on. You weren't happy. You was right though. What you were saying was right. And there,
I feel more blame has to go on Tuchel. It's not discussed more about Tuchel's tactics. And I said on his tactics last year, we played 3 in midfield to counteract their 3 in midfield. So we played Jorginho, Kante, and Mount. So what happened last year is that we pushed them back so far that Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric were playing alternate sweepers in both legs. He didn't do it this time. Mount played further up and is ineffective, which allowed space in midfield for them to counteract. Timo's right about Kante. Kante has not been playing well for the last few months or so. And then Jorginho was there. Jorginho got a great assist. That's fine. But by himself, he can't handle that. And even when he made the changes and bring in Kovacic on at half-time, he's still stuck with a 2 in midfield, which I couldn't understand. I know we had better chances in the second half, but the tactics were very weird. Aspilicueta at left wing back. You know I don't like Alonso. But I need a natural left foot on there because as Aspilicueta will go forward, but he has to cut back on his right foot to do anything because he's so right-footed. So that delays then the attack. It delays the runs. They have to cut back and do it all over again. Reece James, I thought he had a very up and down game. I thought he was good in parts, but he's obviously lacking match fitness, and that's the issue as well. There's bigger issues with this squad that we have to throw Reece James in right away. We can't slowly introduce him like he should be introduced because I feel it's going to give him. It's going to have a horrible effect on his career. It's going to have injuries after injuries if we keep doing this. But let's have it right. Benzema, wonderful header. That first one. People are trying to say Mendy should have saved it or something.
That's ridiculous. I can't believe that. I couldn't believe that.
And there we go. And, oh yeah, well, Neuer, Edison and Allison would have saved it. I said, How do you know that? Oh, they would. I said, no, you're just guessing. No, they would have saved it. No, you're guessing. Second, but if you actually see it, Flawless, guys, they played a 1-2 around Christensen, but Christensen
they
goes towards Benzema instead of going towards Vinicius. So even if you're not going to go with it, take out Vinicius with a foul, right?
Facts.
Take him out with a foul, take the yellow card, yeah?
Yep.
And done like that. And obviously Mendy makes the mistake with the third one, but if you look at it, Rudiger gets to the ball before Benzema does.
Which one's this? The second. The third goal. Sorry, I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I'll have to have a look at that again.
Actually touches the ball before Benzema.
Oh.
Because I think he's worried he's on a yellow card. He doesn't fully take it out, but he was there before, and I thought he should have just booted it. But listen, man, we had the chances in the second half. You can't say it's like they dominated the second half. They didn't really do anything in the second half apart from the goal. And Courtois made a great save against Aspilicueta.
That was quality save. That was a quality save.
Reece James had a good save as well, and then Lukaku. Oh man, with that second header.
That's a bad miss.
You know what? I was watching it. He had enough time to actually, if he was a great player, he had enough time to chest it down, and shoot and goal. He didn't even need to head it. He just chested it down.
That was one of the best chances of the game as well.
But let's talk about anonymous players. Pulisic, Mount, anonymous.
Mount was awful.
He was terrible. Pulisic was non-existent. I remember Pulisic had a rest as well. He didn't play against Brentford, but overall, man, it was. I got to say the tactics baffled me in the first half, man. Absolutely baffled me, man. But he's getting let off a lot. Is Thomas Tuchel over the last 2 games, and I just don't understand why. I
think, like you said, because he's got things wrong, but he has credit in the bank, so people will criticize him, but it's not going to be your go-to, even though you can be critical of the things he's done. And Matisse mentioned this because I didn't watch the game live, so I didn't see this. But Valverde played wide right. But did you see him tucking in, and did that help? Was that a smart move on Ancelotti's part?
I don't know. I don't think he tucked in. The thing
you not tucking. Go on. Go on.
He didn't tuck in. He didn't tuck in a lot. I don't think he was that effective. But because we only had 2 in midfield, it probably seems like he was effective.
Okay.
If we matched him with the 3, I don't think
different story.
I don't think Valverde, in an attacking sense, did anything yesterday.
He was just there for legs.
Yeah, he was just
energy thing.
Yeah, because that's what
he's the athlete of their midfielders. Like,
look at their midfield. Look at the midfield 3. They're not like
Cruz, Casemiro. Wow.
There's not enough energy in there.
And before you go, Surfer, side note, before Surfer goes, hey, everyone who was telling me Ancelotti was done, come outside, innit? Where are you lot in the chat?
Yeah, stop, man.
Yeah. Bainsy and the rest of the clan. Yeah, people are telling me Ancelotti's done. I remember having that debate. You lot don't hide now. And we're telling me Ancelotti's
disrespect as well.
You know what I'm saying? Ancelotti's done. Like, and I'm like, based off of what? Well, yeah, go on, carry on.
Based off of Barcelona beating them 4-0. That's what it was based on.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was based on. That's what it was, yeah. A resurgence.
By the way, Benzema didn't play that game too. So
yeah, but even so, but yeah, that's people that don't know who
Timo.
Timo.
This guy's muted. This guy's a wild boy, yo. I don't even know what he's doing. This guy's a wild boy and that. Bainsy. And I will get to all your questions. Carry on. The game ain't over. Bainsy, are you honestly telling me this tie's not over? Is that what you're saying? Please, Baines. Please. I really want to know.
I'm not going to take a manager advice from someone who reps Nagelsmann. You know what I mean? Let's take it as effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's talk about Nagelsmann as well after this.
German
Brendan. We're
gonna get there. We're gonna get there after Chelsea.
If Villarreal beat them, when we get them in the semis.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even start. But no. We're so lucky. You know what, Flores? As much as you and I hate it, we're so lucky the away goals for us not in this season.
That is true.
That's what I said to Peter. I said you've got a shred of like
that 1% you've got is because there's no away goals. That is legit. Because if it was 3 goals, you're not going there scoring 3 goals. Right? Let's keep it 2 goals. If someone has a 4 goal, yeah, but like it's not. You're right. 100%. But then again. Maybe if Madrid, the away goals is there when Madrid get 3 up, maybe they go for more. But maybe they thought, we're more comfortable. That's the downside. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. I didn't watch the game in full, unfortunately. I would have loved to have done a watch along for that. But I will do a watch along for the one next week, people. Who else going to be interesting? But why can Chelsea not come back, mainly? Because they're 3-1 down against Real Madrid, who are a very good side. Let's not do this. Just because Brentford went to the bridge and won 4-1 doesn't mean that the Bridge is an easy place to go. Like Chelsea are still Chelsea. Like Tuchel's still Tuchel. They still have quality players. Just because they have one back. This is what I'm talking about. Reactionary. Going away to the Bridge and winning 3-1 is very impressive. But if it was easy, everybody would do it.
I think it's also very. Yeah, that's a good point, comes, and I also think it's also very reactionary to call Ancelotti a washed manager. I think because I've seen a lot of people what their reasoning, and the reasoning is because like they think the way he doesn't rotate the team, and it's like, what has the rotation of the team to do with how his managing style is? Because I think he got the best. He's trying to get the best out of Benzema, and with that, it literally affects the whole team. Because I say, without Benzema, this team isn't great. Isn't as great. It's still great, but they're not scoring those goals that they scored. Because I think Vinicius Junior, his development from last year to this year, I think it's a part of Ancelotti. But I also think it's because Benzema, of how good he is, it makes him better.
Stop. Yeah, I hear that.
No, without
Hey, don't stop him, fam. Don't say it. Let him get his itch off his chest, fam. We heard you talk about the Lakers for 70 games in that. You know what I'm saying? Go on, carry on, Jez.
Yeah, because I see Vinicius, for example, play without Benzema this season, and he was looking horrendous. Benzema comes back from injury, all of a sudden he looks amazing again. That's what I'm talking about. And Ancelotti kind of took the best out of Benzema to make the whole team going forward a lot better as well. So I don't think Ancelotti is about manager, innit?
Yeah,
Can I just address that man's comment about a stream praising Carlo time to time? And I've noticed this over the last 2 days watching Statman. He was on Rance's stream yesterday, and he was gushing over a compilation of old Ronaldo clips. Yeah, and
Brazilian Ronaldo, Cristiano
Ronaldo, yeah.
Cristiano.
And today, him and Saeed were gushing over Palestri compilation. Do you know what I mean? It's like the man criticizing, the man's gushing over Palestri compilation clips and old Ronaldo. If you watch that show from Rance yesterday, his reactions to Ronaldo's like, oh my god, look at him like that, like a fangirl for their favourite pop band. It was ridiculous, this man. And he has the gall to criticise Carlo Ancelotti when he's when he's Brendan Nagelsmann. You know what I mean? What is this, man?
Hey, if I speak on Nagelsmann, oh my days, I'm cooking this guy. But
hey, what happened to Nagelsmann yesterday, bro?
I think that's a bigger shock than the Chelsea result. I don't like.
I think
it's not a shock if you watch Bayern because he's coaching Bayern horrendously. You know, like the way Bayern. This is probably the worst Bayern side in terms of how they look in probably the last. Since
all jokes aside, yeah, that Real Madrid team were nothing yesterday. Only Benzema made them look great. That's it.
Yeah, because that's what great players do. They take you over the top. Now, that's credit to him. Like Cams said it best. And I said it, people are talking more about Chelsea being beat rather than the quality of those 2 goals because they're not easy chances. And he did the same thing against PSG, especially with the third goal. Like, that's not a chance. But because Benzema is so good at
Lukaku, ties over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I think if you put Benzema in a lot of sides, he's one of those. He moves the needle.
He starts for every side.
Oh, man, this shows over quad. That's quadruple. That's quad right there. Like Benzema is that, and this is why I'm so critical of players because when people talk world class, that's my level for world class. That's my not only are you're impacting big game change, you're impacting big games because you know what the crazy part is about Benzema scoring a hat trick. That's not even the biggest headline because we expect it from him. That's the level. If any other player on that pitch scores a hat trick, that's all we're talking about. But yet you're talking about whether Mendy should have saved Tuchel getting it wrong.
To score back-to-back,
and we're not even talking about it because he's that good.
Nobody.
We're not even talking. Imagine
Ronaldo and Messi done that.
If Ronaldo and Messi did that, that's all you're hearing about. That's it.
They will use it as the Ballon d'Or argument why they deserve the Ballon d'Or. Like
he's the front runner for that award. I don't even care.
This is what I'm saying. Like for me, it's like I've been consistent with the time. The way he was playing all season so long, I believe he's the Ballon d'Or winner so far for me. I don't care. Salah had a really good first half of this season, but the drop off been so massively where I don't believe he's in the conversation. I also not making the World Cup. I also losing the AFCON final.
Yeah, the Ballon d'Or's off the season now, isn't it?
I tell you what,
I think it's the whole season.
If Mbappe and Haaland both go there, and Chelsea get the owner, I'm imploring Chelsea to go buy him. to go buy Benzema, because even for 2 years or something like that, just to have him.
I wanted to make this point because I was on Red Stream and we were talking obviously about carrying Benzema. And when we've had conversations on here, and I'm sure you will all remember. Well, Timo won't, because you know what Timo's like. I'm sure one of you might remember. Yeah. When we was talking about Haaland and his options, and I was saying this season his options being limited, and people were talking about, why? And I was saying, why would Real Madrid sign him? You know what I'm saying? And like now, do Real Madrid go get Haaland? What do they do?
I reckon
He's
they
not
do.
ideal.
They're
You could make a-
You are arrogant. I think from a footballing perspective, it's not the right idea. Because how do you
play on the wing? You know,
you reckon Haaland on the wing? Forget the money thing. I'm talking footballing reasons though. So you go and sign the best number, like the best up and coming straight 9 there is currently in Europe, and play him on the wing. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, comes. I'm just saying it's not the best footballing decision. Rather than him stay at Dortmund, get another season under his belt, and then get him, because Benzema's not going to stay at this level forever, type of thing. Because he is what they for.
I said no one's talking about the fact he could actually stay at Dortmund and just sign a new contract. Like,
if I'm him, I've said this. If I'm him, from a footballing perspective, people, that's the best option. Unless he goes to Manchester City, and then you make the move from City to Real Madrid. The only one I look at is City.
He turned down City, right?
Did he? Why can we turn down City?
Apparently, that was a report, a rumor going around that they put together the fat man, his agent wanted him to accept the deal, but I can say it. But
I just think any move that Haaland made would be a stepping stone at the end of the day.
Not if he goes to Real Madrid. I think that's the end. I think that's the end game.
The pinnacle.
Like,
that's the end game. But
The
Infinity Wars and Avengers Assemble is the team that he goes to now before you make that next step. My point is, for him, actually, probably from a footballing perspective, it pays me to admit, I'd tell him go see. That's the perfect selfie. Like you don't really. So you don't.
I think there's still affinity with, and it's always going to be affinity with Barcelona, Real Madrid. Over club.
I think Barcelona would somewhere good for him to go.
I think he'll go there eventually, but I'm saying in between now. I don't know where Barcelona are on the come up, but do you want to go to? I've said this before. You're Haaland. Do you want to go to a team that's on the come up and still trying to establish themselves back as a powerhouse? Whereas you go to City, who are an established powerhouse. Whether they win the Champions League or not, they're an established powerhouse. You know you're going to be in the last stages of everything. It's a great thing to put you in the shop window. It's fantastic. And you're going to play, and you're going to get a lot of chances, and you're going to score a lot of goals.
City might.
I don't think Barcelona
might have to worry about other things.
Barcelona will not spend Haaland.
Pep doesn't like Mino Raiola, innit?
Yeah, he does.
I think he's got a very, very bad relationship with him.
City might have to worry about other things soon.
Oh yeah, we're getting to that as well.
But you know the.
Go on, Jess.
For me, because since I kind of like Dortmund a lot and I do follow them in terms of just football and that, I find it very hard to believe that he's going to stay there for another season. I also think they're already preparing. They already got the options ready in case he is gone. Like, if he stays, I'm going to be surprised. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, like I said, maybe to me, City look like the best fit. Unless he does go to Real Madrid and there is a shift, because Benzema's in the form of his life. So did they go to a back three and then play 2 up front? But then what do you do with Vinicius Jr.? Like, obviously, it's a great. And let's not forget, they've been linked with Mbappe as well.
Yeah,
he's definitely gone.
And he's
I'm all for it. Hey, I'm all for Real Madrid getting a free transfer, getting Mbappe and Haaland. I'm all for that just to watch. Mbappe, Haaland, Benzema. That's scary.
Nah, I don't want to see that.
I'm saying
different team, man.
I want to see that. I might not be in the Champions League, so you can hold that.
yeah, I might not be in the Champions League. That's you lot's problem. You know what I'm saying? And you lot can hold that. Feel me? We'll do this Europa League or Conference League thing or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? We good.
Yeah, you can win the seal.
If you say Mbappe, Haaland, and Benzema, what does Vinicius fit in there?
Say that again? What do you say, Timo?
If you set Mbappe, Haaland, and Benzema in that team, where does Vinicius?
You can do up Christian. You can do up Christensen and the whole bench, fam. That's what you can do.
Yeah, like,
you can do a team of a whole bench. This is Real Madrid, brother.
This is Real Madrid. This is not like Tottenham. That like
they do what they usually do. They sell their players to offset It's like
What, you want to bring back the
bought Bale in, they
2009 and
sold
10
Di Maria.
vibes, yeah? When you have
But
Kaká
when they
and
sold-
Ronaldo in that
when
team.
they bought
Facts,
Christian-
yes.
You
I'm all
remember
for
when they
it.
bought Christian Bale, they sold Di Maria. So it was like one of those. So
Oh,
remember
this-
that. I mean, he only
sorry,
recently.
when they bought James Rodriguez in, they sold Di Maria. So
But this is the thing. But
That's
this is the
such a
thing.
bad trade-off.
He recently
Yeah.
signed a new contract though, Vinicius. So I don't think they're going to try to get rid of him.
Contracts don't mean anything.
I mean, they got him from
I
as a
do
kid
believe
or
that.
18, so I don't
but
think
with the-
they'll think about
I
that.
heard that Winter. But I do believe they believe in him in terms of his development.
That may be.
I think he's going to be fine being a bench player. I don't think he has that ego.
Contracts. The clubs only do it to protect themselves to get the most money of the player. So I wouldn't, we've seen it.
Yeah, of
we've
course.
seen players sign contract 1 year and then 9 months later they get sold in the summer window.
It's all about getting the biggest thing.
Yeah, I heard that, to be honest, but I
I
don't
think
know.
dropping Vinicius at this
I don't-
stage would be like silly though. I'm not gonna lie, he's in the form of his life. Like dropping him.
I mean, he's
Just
in
for
the form of
Mbappe.
his life, but if you tell me Mbappe is the guy to come in to replace him, I'm sorry, I'm doing it any day of the week.
See, I'm
Like,
thinking
Vin-
what they're going to do if they actually sign Mbappe, because I'm just playing off the right. But has he got like is his ego going to take over and be like, no, I want to play off the left, I want to play striker? Like, he
I
has
think-
to
I
realize
think-
that's not what's happening.
I think he wants to play left winger, it depends if they get Haaland. If they get Haaland, then it's going to be more tricky than if they don't get Haaland. If they don't get Haaland, I do think he might be willing to play on the right, so Vinny can play on the left.
Yes,
But
it
it's going
might
to be interesting.
Welcome as well.
It'd be interesting when he plays him on the
How are
back.
you?
Yeah, good guys. How you guys doing? You're good.
Yo,
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about at the moment?
Just about Benzema and Real Madrid.
Oh, they slapped up Chelsea last night. Yeah. You
know
know what's
what's faster?
crazier? You know what's crazier? It's exactly what happened to us last season with Real when we played them in the quarters. They slapped us in the
I was
first leg
thinking this
3-1.
round.
And it was the first half which fucked us up, which is exactly what happened last night. First half, because Chelsea played decent second half yesterday. Actually played well. And in the second half last season away to Madrid in the first leg, we didn't play badly second half, but the first half we were fucking terrible. And that's what lost us the tie. And that could be the same thing what happens to Chelsea, to be honest. But
trust me, Chelsea fans are if we'd had got that second goal,
it's game on.
Chelsea fans would have a lot more. It would be a lot more positive.
I still think you've got a chance. I think it's a slim chance, but I think you've still got a chance.
We just said we're lucky the away. Actually, I don't like it. The away goal.
You are very lucky the away goal rule isn't there now.
Actually, so if
the away goal rule was in place, I'd be saying this tie's done.
Smashed. It would be done. There's no point in going.
But without the away goal rule, if you go and get the first goal out there in Madrid, it's fully game on for real.
Yeah, you're right. It's one of those. It's a very weird. It's that's what I mean about the away goals. A 3-1 lead it's not comfortable anymore. It's so weird.
And margins like that Mendy mistake could have like lost you the entire tie.
But you remember Camps last year? It was the exact same thing. Alisson made this mistake for the third goal, which killed off the tie. Remember Vinicius shot. Okay, this was the worst mistake.
Was it Isco that scored that? Was it where it went over?
Nah, Vinicius scored the third goal. Remember when Alisson should have saved it and it went through him, kind of.
I can't remember, but I just remember the Isco one.
And Wijnaldum, I remember. I don't think Wijnaldum
Oh yeah, he just stood still.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah,
But should we talk about Bayern Munich? Talk about Bayern Munich.
You know what?
Yeah.
If we get Bayern Munich in the semis, because I expect us to get through to the semis now. If we play Bayern Munich, I think we'll slap them.
Their defense.
I said it from the start. We'll slap them.
I said it a very long time.
Defensively, they're bad. They're very bad.
Defensively, they got Upamecano. He's so shit, man. I don't care.
To be fair to him, yesterday he made a couple of good tackles and block and very important block as well. But yeah, he's not that great of a centre back.
If we don't get to the final, I'm actually going to be so gutted. I'm going to be fuming if we don't get to the final now.
This might be.
Hey, Ryan,
this might be a hot.
Don't forget the bet, isn't it? Like, don't forget the bet, isn't it?
Ryan, imagine we get Villarreal in the semis.
Don't forget your bet. Just friendly.
I reckon Villarreal could.
What bet you got, fam? What bet is it? What bet you got?
YouTube bet for the.
What YouTube bet you got, Ryan?
Me? I don't know.
I don't know. That's what Timo's saying. Is Timo just telling? Is he just
I
telling
don't know
lies?
what bet I've got.
No,
Timo, what are you talking? Context, fam. Jeez, this guy, man. This guy.
no. I
is
said,
not
don't forget. You said like we're
He's
gonna
not
lose
real.
Benfica. You
This
said we're
guy
gonna lose
is not.
Benfica.
This guy is not real, you know. This guy.
Anyway,
just
Flawless, how are
offers
you doing? Are you
no-
good?
I'm
This
just
guy
like,
wants
anyway.
This guy just offers no context
I'm lost.
whatsoever. Just that shouting shit at Ryan. Ryan, you remember the bet? And Ryan's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? This guy offers no. You're not real, man. I say this all the time, yo. You're a
Any-
character
Flawless.
out of The Simpsons to say, go on, fam. What are you telling
How
me?
are
man?
you? Are you good, bro?
I bless you. I'm all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Pissed I missed the Chelsea Real Madrid game, but things happen.
I
You know
saw
what I'm
you
saying?
being a dickhead in the comments on Nick's show, man.
Yo, man, only right, fam. You know what I'm saying? I come to show my love to Saint and the rest of the panelists. And unfortunately, you were there, innit? So, you know, it is what it is.
Listen.
Turned off, innit?
When you're previewing big games, man. That's what it was.
Yeah, this is a big. I'm looking forward to it, like from a neutral perspective.
Have you
in terms of
spoken about the
entertainment.
game on this stream?
Nah, we've legit only been talking about Chelsea and Benzema, and then slightly moved on. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. They don't have to be on the topic we're talking about as well. It can be something else, sporting wise. Big up to Nippon, and don't forget, members' comments do take priority like a super chat, people. So if you see me going to the same names, I'm not ignoring you. Like, it's just one of the perks. Nippon says, question for Flawless: do you see things changing under Ten Hag, or do you see LVG 2.0? Not with the rumored reports about board members coming in and other people taking up roles. Like we've heard Paul Mitchell might be coming in, stuff like that. Ralph being there, I think, is a major part in Ten Hag coming in. Because I don't believe Ten Hag would be interested without Ralph. This is why I haven't been as critical of Ralph, because one, he's not a permanent manager, and two, he's just been gathering intel to give to the next manager if that is the case. So this is why I was gassed about the appointment. I'm even more gassed about this. I'm actually looking forward to the summer and seeing how we do if these changes do indeed happen. So now I can see things changing, and they can't get worse.
Yeah, I think I do think it's a really good appointment for you, especially if Ralph is a major part of works regularly at Manchester United above him. I think he's going to really help with the recruitment. And if you get Paul Mitchell in as well, that's really going to help. So I think if you get those guys in with Ten Hag, it'll take time. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but I can see things really changing for you guys. And I think it'll be the best appointment you've made since post-Fergie. And whether you win a league, I don't know how long it will take you to challenge or win a league, but I think it will happen eventually. So, yeah, I think it's a very good appointment.
Obviously, I'll talk about it more, Man United later. Well, it's technically later on today now with Bainesy. 5 p.m. will be here, so we moved it till today. But yeah, he already said, reports come out, and Ten Hag said that it's a 5-year plan he's looking at, and that's what we need. Like I've said this for the longest, short-term plan, long-term plan. I just want to see a clear idea. That's all I've been crying out for. I ain't even talking about success. I ain't even talking about competing. I'm just talking about I see my team play and go, I know the idea here. I know how we're trying to attack, how we're trying to defend, and I can pinpoint players from other clubs and go, oh yeah, he would fit what we're trying to do. And people have spoken about and said, oh, United's players are bad, they won't fit his system. But I just still want to see him implement it regardless. And who's not good enough, they'll get rid of him. We've seen Klopp do it at Liverpool. He plays the same way now as when he did when he first landed. It's just
Actually,
that
I think Klopp's evolved a little bit. He's changed a little bit as he's gone along. But still, he always had a sort of plan from the beginning.
The base is still there, is what I'm saying. Yeah, the roots are there, and like you might alter slight things, but the roots are there. Same way with Pep when he landed that season.
Yeah,
the roots is there. But that's why he went and spent however many hundreds of million on fullbacks in his first summer.
With you, man, it's still a bit weird because with United is that you're giving Bruno a new contract. You're probably going to give Shaw one, Rashford one. I'm hearing these things and I'm like, this is where United confuse me, because you're making a very good appointment in Erik Ten Hag. Ralph going upstairs. Paul Mitchell looks like he might be going to United. But then you're giving players like Bruno and Shaw contracts. It's just a bit weird, to be honest.
We ain't going to fix it all at once, innit? That's why. Because you still got to understand, right now, it's still non-footballing people in place. So we're still gonna make daft decisions because it's not all fixed. And the thing is, even if we do get all these new people in, they'll make mistakes. They won't get all of the recruitment right. They won't get all contract dealings right. But I'm just looking for small improvements. That's legit it. That's all it is. That's all I'm looking for. is because it can't get much worse. I just want to be like, all right, I can seem excited about watching my team again. Go on, Jez.
I think what else was a big thing is as well, especially the fan base needs to have patience with Ten Hag, because I'm not saying that he's not a good manager, but I just feel like he might come to the league, new players, new environment, or that bigger. It's probably the biggest chance in his life as a manager, and crowd of our team just needs to give him time. The fan base needs to give him time, because it might, at the beginning, it might look kind of like uncertain. You might expect it better than you thought. You thought better things were coming, but it's not going your way right at the beginning. And I would say you should stick to him, because I do believe that Ten Hag is a good manager, even though I called him a fraud on the stream. But this is for other reasons. But yeah, it's about patience and that, because I see too many fan bases who trying to. The moment shit goes south, the moment shit just goes the other way, they want the manager out and just don't want to even give him the time. Because I believe he's one of them ones where like you might don't go, it doesn't go right straight away, but with time it definitely is gonna go right.
You said it there though, for United's fan base to give him time, and I already know it's not gonna happen. Let Ten Hag land and United draw our first game. Let's say, for instance, we're playing Brighton away from home and we draw 1-1 and it's not a good performance. There'll be fans talking about Ten Hag out will probably trend. And it won't even surprise me. And it would probably trend. And there'll be people like rivals will run with it as a joke, but then people will run with it seriously. But I was watching the stream, Surfer was on Lewis's stream as well. And I think Jester said it. It might have been him. And he was talking about how people who are watching football, we forget there's youngsters on social media, there's youngsters in the comments and that who just don't understand football. And that's not from an age thing. I'm saying, right, if you're 13, 14, like you've only been watching football seriously, like properly for 2-3 years. And I think that's where that reactionary takes come from. Like he should get time. I agree with you. One sec. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go on the serve for 1 sec. Let me just finish this point. But yeah, like I'm gonna give him time. But we seen with even Ralph didn't get time, and he was only here for 6 months. And people were talking about, Ralph shouldn't have got the job. I
remember Stockman.
He's an interim manager. Like, what did you him to come in and United to win the FA Cup and win the Champions League? And then what? Like, no, that wasn't the job. You know what I'm saying? The short-term job was to stabilize. His is long-term. If he gets Ten Hag here and goes upstairs and gives him intel, that's much bigger than winning an FA Cup. That's much bigger than finishing in the top 4, which he might well do, I might add. But sorry, go on, Surfer.
It's amazing because it's not official yet, right? So it's like just
strong rumors, isn't it?
When it's officially announced, it'll be amazing. You'll see the tweets. Yeah, we got to back Ten Hag. We got to go with him. And then when he produces his first lineup, and it's got Shaw, Maguire, McTominay. And Bruno.
Well, it's not got the favourites.
Why is he putting these?
Imagine if Fred played.
The thing is, Fred has been one of the positives like this season. Like he's been one of the few positives. Like, and I think the way Ten Hag likes to play, Fred will listen to instruction. You know what I'm saying? When you're just high energy in the midfield and you're just busy, you can be effective. That's all Alanga is. Alanga's not great, but he's just busy. You know what I'm saying? And it works hard, and yes, that's not going to get you to the top, but the reason why Alanga's took Rashford's place is solely because of that. Like just winning behind, just doing the basics, just being direct.
If it's 3 to 5 years, Liverpool will know this. Look at Klopp's squad in 15-16 compared to now.
Disgraceful. The worst squad I've ever seen us have.
You're gonna have to bite the bullet and go. He's going to have to play the players that he's got, because the thing is, you can't get rid of all the players at the same time. That's the thing.
And again, people think this is FIFA. This is Football Manager, where I started my FIFA career. I can get rid of 12 players and bring in 12 players. That's not realistic in real life, people. That's why I don't mind if a Shaw is, but even though as much as I don't like them players, I understand. Like, I'm more interested to see who he brings in, because that means I've identified these areas already. Like, these are the biggest problem areas, to the point where I'm not even going to give you a chance. So it's like, if I see Shaw, cool. I'm thinking more of the spine of the team. I'm trying to see a centre-back, at least one centre-mid, and a centre-forward. I'm looking at the spine. They're
saying, bring me Anthony. Anthony would not work in this United team. it would not work.
Because we do need a right winger, and if we get one, cool. But I'm looking more so address. It's a problem area, but it's not as big of a problem.
But it's all good. It's all good. Ten Hag pinpoint who he wants. United have got to then go do it. That's the second point as well. Because it's the same with. It's no doubt that this summer Tuchel went, I want this, and this player. We didn't do it. That's the thing. We didn't do it. That's the whole point. You can pinpoint who you want. If the club doesn't do it, then you're stuffed, aren't you? Essentially, you can pinpoint all he wants.
And that's what makes me think him having conversations with the club. Obviously, these are all still hypotheticals as well, people. That's been guaranteed. And Ralph's helped with that. And there'll be whoever board members in place and involved. So hopefully they do. I want to see a complete reset. I'm trying to see all the talk. Rumor has it that Van Persie could come and join him as well, which I'm all for, like something fresh. I heard Renee Mullenstein, not the best because I'd rather us go forward, but at least it's something. At least it's something else, is what I'm saying, and that rather than what's going on. I want to see wholesale changes.
I would cut.
I prefer,
I would cut. As sad as it is to say, it for older school Man United fans, I would cut everything from that's linked to Fergie. Do you know what I mean? Like I would clean break, like he probably did when Matt, like all the Matt Busby stuff and everything like that. To go clean break, man. Otherwise, he's going to end up like Matt Busby, isn't he? Like a spectre over the club until someone wins the league again. Essentially, that's what.
You can't play Fergie ball. You can't play Fergie ball in
Fergie
2022.
You can't do it. You can't do it. It's evolved. It's evolved. Yeah. So that's why you got out of the game.
That's the mistake Manchester United have made, especially when they had Ollie. They tried to use Man United in the past, Fergie's United, as the model for how they want to be like now at the end of the day. And that's the thing. Football's moved on. You can't base it off a model in the past that did work at that time, but it's probably not going to work now, innit? So, like, that's the thing. They need to stop being... I heard they're being linked with Steve McLaren. Like, what? I know he was assistant in 99, but come on, man. That's like over 20 years ago. Like,
that's because he... I think it's because he helped Ten Hag in his early stages of coaching or something, or he's one of his assistants when he went over there.
You need a number two that knows better than you, that knows about different aspects better than you. Like our coach is literally so like clear of Klopp when it comes to like the footballing aspect. It's unreal.
Your number two bridges the gap between the manager and the players. Fergie didn't do training, right? Flores, he never did training, right? He left it to his coach.
He did, eventually he left it to his coach. When the first man did, he was there. It was like, yo, you don't want to see the same guy for 26 years and that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to see that.
You rotate it.
Nah, but Klopp does do quite a bit of the coaching as well.
He does, but the Pep Linders is a massive factor in how we play.
Oh yeah, he is. Pep Linders is big, but like Klopp knows his ball, innit? Let's be real. You can tell by the way.
But that Pep Linders he's clear.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
We're going to talk about Frank Lampard soon.
We're going to get to that. Big up Melina in the cup. I hope the Timo, you really in the mud. Jesus Christ.
Timo stocks are all the way down.
How you think he got 3 goals against Burnley?
Yeah, quick Sandio, but we going to get on to that.
I didn't know. I'm eating.
Big up to Melina. I don't even know if this is the real Melina, but big up to her. I hope. Yeah, message Timo in it. DM Timo so we know it's you. And I hope the Crystal Palace or Surfer. Yeah. Message someone so I can mud you because I never know if it's the real you. And I hope the Crystal Palace defeat.
It's the I take touch on it.
That's cruel, Flawless, man.
I said it don't hurt too bad. You know what I'm saying? I offered her an open invitation. She knows she's welcome over here.
That's a Ric Flair eye poke.
How was it eye poke? I'm just saying I hope it because I don't really I go to Arsenal fans, but she's all right. So I don't really in it. So I'm saying I genuinely hope it's not too bad. Yeah. Arsenal fans.
It's the real Melina. I've seen it. You can check that channels now.
Oh, is it? I'm modded in if that's the real, that's fine. But yeah, we'll get onto it, Surfer, since you want to talk about Super Frankie Lampard.
Oh man. So I think my goal. I'm on.
First of now, hold on before you say something. It's Frank James Lampard.
Are you Surfer?
Behave, Timo. Let him speak.
Timo, let him go, man.
It is Melina Flores.
Is it? All right, shout out Melina. Yeah, shout out to Melina.
So that's 17 goals now conceded in about same number, about 8 games, 9 games. So we're on for two. There's 7 games there. I will say again, right? He's brought in very experienced staff behind him, right? But I think this man doesn't know what he's doing. As we can see, he doesn't know what he's doing, right? He should still be on his apprentice at Derby, right? He should not be at this club. I don't blame him for taking the job. I'll blame him when he's in the job, right? Because he doesn't know any tactics whatsoever. He doesn't do any tactics whatsoever. They were 2-1 up yesterday, and in this ill-disciplined, rubbish players, they're going down. There was a rumour last night that the Everton board were having an emergency meeting.
Really?
I don't think he used all his subs yesterday as well. I don't think he used all 3
He's
subs.
played Holgate in midfield.
Yeah,
You know.
Holgate, a defender as a defensive midfielder.
And you have the
What
core
is
right
that?
there, and you have
And
Alan.
Holgate's a shit defender as well. You don't even
Can
have
I
a
just
defender.
on a side note?
Hey, Melina, you wilding for that yellow card and that? That's a yellow card.
That-
Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Wow.
On a side note, there was rumours yesterday that some of the Burnley fans were booing Decore, you know, when he broke his fast. So
Yeah,
up there if they did that.
Burnley fans
Up
are
there,
just
up there.
Oh, that's that's coming.
Hey,
That's coming.
Lampard is trying to do the bust it down TikTok. That's crazy.
Flores, this. If Everton go down, I'll say it right now. It's the worst appointment in Premier League history. It's the worst
100%.
appointment in Premier League history.
It's not even a debate.
I think it's already worse than the Nuno appointment
no
for this
debate.
season.
Timo, you're in the mud for ever saying you take
watching
him
the
from
scenes
Tuchel.
if we
Sack
get
him.
relative.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're continuing now.
I think they are going down now. I really do think they're going to go down. And you know what it is? It's a few reasons. That defeat yesterday was a big psychological blow to them.
Yep.
Big psychological blow. They've lost a 6-pointer, relegation 6-pointer at the end of the day. Their
Shameless
team is
against Burnley.
shite, but it's their running as well. Their running
Oh,
is
there are many
their
fixtures.
running is so much worse than Burnley's. I'm telling you, it's so bad. And
Burnley
also,
got Norwich this weekend.
yeah,
Burnley got
exactly.
Norwich
And
this
they've got
weekend.
Man United. Man United will beat Everton. I don't care what anyone says. They'll
Even
beat
this
Everton.
Man United should beat Everton.
Yeah, 100% they'll beat
They
Everton.
don't say
Oh,
Everton will.
Every-
Look at Flores.
Nah, trust Flawless. Don't worry, you will. You'll beat
Yeah,
Everton.
I'm not worried in that. You know what I'm saying?
Flores,
I
do,
know.
do, listen, you can't get in top 4 anymore. So you just do
Do I look? Hey, come shut your mouth first. Secondly, do you think I'm concerned? This guy thought he'd be
No,
slick.
but you know what it is.
That's
with
an eye
Everton
poke.
as
You
well?
see that? You see that, Surfer? That's an eye poke. You see how he just tried to get me throw that slick shit in the game there? I don't want to call you again.
But you know what it is?
We go get to the top 4 race as well, because I was hearing it was all over and done.
Why?
with
There's no
it.
clubs
But we
in.
knew.
There's no clubs in here that's in the top 4 race.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, this guy hilarious.
You know what it is with
Hilarious,
Jesse?
isn't it?
Tottenham are.
Fucking joke.
No blood.
Tottenham are.
Sorry, Brian. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what it is with
we're
Everton
3
as
points
well?
off them, I think. But yeah, go on, Ryan, go on.
With,
Yeah,
it's the
because-
Lampard thing as well. The Lampard thing is such a big thing. This guy hasn't had any experience, not even as a player in a relegation battle, but also, I looked at the game yesterday and I knew everyone knows this. Sean Dyche and Frank Lampard, I know which one I'm taking in a relegation battle.
Oh,
Put it that way.
Oh, that's
No
I know
question.
which one I'm taking in a relegation battle, and that's what's
No.
going to
I
take.
know
Everton
which
down.
one. I know which one I'm trying to take if I'm going into Europe, fam.
Yeah,
You
I
know
know
what I'm
which
saying?
one, I know which manager I'm taking anyway.
like
innit? I know
Stone
which
Cold
manager I'm
Sean
taking
Dyche.
anyway, but especially in a relegation battle. Like, let's be real. Like,
I'm
I
sorry.
think Everton are going down. So I just really think they're going down.
I looked at their
think
fixture this
Burnley
time,
was,
bro.
honestly, I think
Yeah.
Everton are my favourites to go
Please.
down, apart from
Please, I
Norwich
hope
in
they
it.
do.
But like,
I hope they're going down because they're gonna shithole, isn't it?
Hey, that's your guy, fam. That's your guy.
No, they
Oh,
cannot
guys,
afford to go down.
you
They
guys bringing
cannot
us down.
afford.
That's your guy, fam.
And
People
you
fighting
know
for
the thing
Lampard.
as well with, and you know the thing as well is like I'm not even gonna blame Lampard for this. I'm blaming Everton for this because there were probably other managers who were more suitable for that job. You
Yes.
thought Frank Lampard, who was at Chelsea and then before that was at Derby, was the right guy to be the manager for a relegation battle. That in a relegation battle is totally different than just being with Chelsea, comfortable up there in the upper side of the table, and with Derby when it was one more of a favorable job for him, to be honest. And no, it's like you can see why Lampard is not rated at all, other than by Chelsea fans, and even the true Chelsea fans that know that he's not a good manager will tell you that. It's just the proper Chelsea who are trying to tell you that he's a good manager, and I hope, and I mentioned that yesterday as well. Lampard was trying to play Havertz as an 8 when he was never an 8 in his life before, and this just shows you that
He
this
put
guy
Tammy
never
Abraham-
deserves.
He had Tammy Abraham playing defensive midfield away to Everton. He's
Like I
gripping the
said,
ball in the
fam,
middle of the pitch. Yeah.
like I said, this Lampard guy, even if he doesn't get Lampard, Everton sacked, he doesn't deserve any job in football. Like Oli, he's in that bracket. I
Wow.
don't care.
Oh, he's
He
worse
needs
than
to work-
Ole. I don't care. He's worse than Ole.
He might be.
After-
The fact
after
is,
this-
a
after
conversation
this-
says it. Oh, he's a disgrace of a
The
manager.
only
Let's
thing
be
he
real.
has, the only thing he has an Ollie is that he's not been managing as long. That's legit
Yeah.
the only difference.
Also,
He's not been
Lampard does
managing,
speak
yeah.
better in press conferences. To be fair,
It's-
Lampard
Right.
speaks quite well. You know.
If Lampard's
knows
like
as
this
well,
10,
it's
if
like-
Lampard's like this 10 years in, then it's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm
This man
saying?
For me,
turned
it's like
down.
every-
This man turned down the Crystal Palace job because he thought he was too good for them. Turned down the
Yeah.
Celtic job.
Now,
he thought he was
you
too
know
good
why
for them.
Lampard's a better manager than Ollie, and you know why he is. In the Championship, Lampard did better than Ollie. He got at least he got Derby to a playoff final. Ollie had Cardiff in like.
Yo,
13
did you see the
got
players he
sacked,
had?
innit?
Exactly. The bro, yeah, nearly like a couple of them Chelsea man with
Harry
on the
Wilson,
positive.
Mason
Yeah,
Mount.
that's the fact. He took low knees, didn't he? Oh
and,
my
and,
days!
and you know as well, and you know what it is. as
I'll put
well
it this
with
way:
me.
that to me, they're both as shit as each other. Let's be real.
Oh,
Yes,
he's trash
yes,
and garbage,
yes.
but Ollie's better.
Yes.
He only
Bro,
got-
it's
he
not
only
saying
got Dar-
much
he only
if
got
he
Derby
is.
into
I'm
the
not going to
playoffs
argue with it in
the
it
last
because they're
couple of
both
games.
absolute shit in it. But
He
like,
scraped in. He scraped into those square places. He finished sixth.
Like,
Right, last couple of games, he wasn't comfortable in the playoffs. They scraped in the last playoff spot, and then
exactly.
then they
And
they
with,
had
and with Chelsea as well. If Chelsea didn't suck Lampard, they could have finished that season probably below 10th.
we wouldn't be
This
in
whole
Europe
build-up,
this season. We wouldn't be in
Yes.
Europe this season.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a shit manager. And I told everyone that he's gonna get them relegated. Some people actually believe him, and like, I think that they took a picture with Ashley Cole and like his whole bug from stuff. If he gets sucked or relegated, I'm gonna find that picture and repost it under the Everton picture when they tweet they got relegated, because it's so stupid. It got me heated as well because there's people trying to tell me he's a good manager, and then I look at Gerrard today. Gerrard, he crafted himself to be a good manager. Patrick Vieira, he was, I think, even in Canada coaching. Then he was in France at Nice. Now he's at Crystal Palace. You can see that he's been experienced. He was trying to get jobs, trying to craft his managing style. Gerrard did the same. I see Gerrard today at the Leicester game scouting players from other teams that don't even play in the Premier League. This is what I'm saying. This is the dedication that I want to see. Lampard, he was just giving everything to him because of his name. And you look at him now. He's a shit manager and he doesn't deserve a job, in my opinion.
The thing is about the Lampard thing is nobody apart from Timo and other Chelsea diehards. I can't even say that because Surface Chelsea diehard. Nobody who just blinded by their loyalty to Chelsea thought this was a good appointment. I didn't see one argument. I didn't see
the
one
Chelsea
strong
fans who think
case.
the
Go on.
Chelsea fans who think Frank Lampard's going to be a top manager, the Chelsea fans who think Mason Mount's a generational talent. Like, let's be real.
The thing is though, Ryan, even on top of that, I'm not even saying he can't be a top manager. I'm just talking about right now. And right now, the evidence shows he's not a good manager.
Bro, he
Can
can't
he
be a
improve
top
that?
manager.
Yes.
We've seen
And he
enough.
doesn't give
He's
him any. He
not
doesn't
got
give.
it.
He doesn't give him any sort of hope that he's going to do that because I think his ego doesn't even allow him to do that.
If he
'Cause
takes
most-
Everton down,
That guy doesn't
And then-
take
and then
any
he's sacked.
accountability, you know. He doesn't
he
take
takes
accountability.
if he takes Everton down and then he's sacked, right? I say this right now. I don't see him getting another top job for at least 10 years.
Bro,
If
it
he
wouldn't
continues
surprise
in
me if he
management.
does, though.
Yeah, you'd have to
No,
go.
no.
He'd have to go like League One.
He'd have to
or
go
something.
right to the bottom.
Everton have
You'd have to
never
go
been
right
right.
They
to
don't
the
even want him
bottom.
in La Liga.
Or
Then.
abroad. You'd have to go abroad. You'd have
He needs to go
right
to
the
America.
bottom.
Even Celtic
sorry.
won't want him now. Celtic
Celtic
won't
won't
want him.
want him.
But
No. They got this Australian guy and he's better than Lampard. But you know what I mean? It's like
No, he might have to go to Australia.
yeah. You know, I'm serious. Always gonna have to go back.
Hey,
Go back
somebody
to youth
Sunday.
coaching. Always going to have to go be someone's a sit part of the backroom staff. He's going to have to redo everything again, man. He's been given two Premier
Because that's the
jobs.
thing is, you can't cheat the process, people. And when I say that, I'm talking about management. Like, yes, you get the odd occasion where a manager will land his first job and he'll do brilliant, but they're few and far between. If you look at most of the top managers, they started somewhere before they got to that top level job and then started winning and competing for the biggest trophies. Like Klopp didn't just land at Liverpool and do what he's doing at Liverpool. He had done things beforehand.
He had a
Mourinho,
CV.
Mourinho had done things before he landed at Chelsea and went to Inter Milan. He didn't just turn up at the bridge and just help them win a double. Like, no, it doesn't. Like, it don't work like that, people. Yes, that is rare, but it don't work. Like, even Pep, even though he did very well at Barcelona with the first team, he was managing the youth team
The second
before
team,
that. Yeah, like there's always something. Fergie at United, he just didn't pitch up at United and do his thing. Like,
doing
No.
things at Aberdeen.
He was at Aberdeen, and maybe I've never checked. He might have been somewhere like coaching somewhere before Aberdeen, and that you
Coach
can't just
Scotland as well. Coach
see
Scotland
what I'm
as
saying
well.
and that and stuff like that. You're not Ancelotti's the same. Like Ancelotti just didn't land at AC Milan and start winning all, and this continues the whole way throughout. People, you can't cheat the system. You can't be in your third year of
I think
management and
it's
go,
only really
yeah, I'm gonna keep Everton in the
Simeone,
Premier
right?
League.
I think I can only
You know
think
what?
of Simeone. That
Maybe Simeone is the only one.
You know what annoys me
Huh?
about Lampard as well? You know when people say
Zidane.
make excuses for him, oh, that first season at Chelsea, he did so well to get top 4 with that transfer ban and losing Hazard. Let's be real, yeah. Let's be real with ourselves. When you keep that season, yeah, obviously the Chelsea fans are going to know better than me. But you can see there's so many goals that season. Your defense was terrible. You only just got top 4 on the last day.
Yeah.
It was a fucking shit league, let's be honest. I know we won the league, but let's be honest. United got 3rd under Ollie with 66 points. Like, it was a really shit league, let's be real. And also, Chelsea had good enough players there to get top 4. I don't care what anyone says. You still had players there that ended up winning the Champions League the next season. And no, I'm not having it. Jorginho Kante was there. Kovacic was there. I'm not being real. You had a team good enough to still get top 4. I'm not hearing it. You did.
And
Can I be honest?
Before you go, I just wanted to get to that. Even Simeone, even he managed that clubs before he went to Atletico Madrid.
Oh,
I was in Argentina. He 06. He was at Racing Club. Then he was at, I can't pronounce the over one. He was at River Plate. He was at San Lorenzo. He was at Catania in Italy. And then he was at Racing Club as well. So it's like even Simeone, like done something like 5 years. He started managing 06. And then you get to 2011, you're at Atletico. You can't, people really think you can cheat the system. Yeah, people really think you can just cheat the system. And you're talking the highest level where you're competing against the best of the best. Like, even Tuchel, I don't know his history. Guarantee Tuchel was managing somewhere beforehand. It's my point.
Yeah, he did the Klopp. He did the
Klopp.
Mine's Dortmund. Yeah, exactly.
People think like he just pitched up at Chelsea and won the Champions League. Like, there's years going into that. Like, it's crazy people's mindset that they think you can just cheat when you're competing against Klopp and Pep and managers who have years upon years of experience type of thing. It's crazy. Yeah, like, it ain't Football Manager, man. People think it's Football Manager. Or it's FIFA. You can just turn it on and just go straight to the top.
Choose the avatar, give him a name.
Ridiculous. I didn't even know that about Simeone, but it makes sense that he had some experience. Like 62, and then he's landed 2011.
You can't even say even the manager that won the Champions League back to back, Zidane. He was in the coaching staff from, I swear, Ancelotti or
I'll have a look. I'll check that in a sec. Give me a sec.
Either one of them. He was in the coaching staff before he took that Real Madrid job. So even he had to kind of understand the players at the team, trying to learn from different managers as well until he actually got to coaching with the Real Madrid team. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm saying I don't have respect for Lampard just because of that. Like, I don't like, he was trying to do the shortcut thing, like just trying to take it and hope it works out instead of actually trying to kind of craft his style of playing. And this is what I'm saying. Even Ten Hag, who's going to go to Man United, was at the Bayern. He was somewhere in Holland, went to the Bayern B team in the second league, and then he went back to Ajax. He went to Holland to go to Ajax, and now he's close to getting a job to Man United, one of the biggest clubs in football. But he had to work hard to even get to that situation.
Okay.
Let me get to the super chat beforehand. Big up to Melina and Nip, and I'll get to you. And I've started all the messages for all the members in it, so I'll get to all the questions. Don't worry about it. Lampard didn't really get anything better to work with when he took on the Everton job. Their defense is a shambles. Big up everyone. Their defense is it a shambles or does it just look a shambles on the hint?
It's Lampard. It's Lampard.
Yeah, I won't go as far. Is it the best? No. Is it one of the? Is it one of the worst three in it? No. But the thing is.
Yes, it is one of the worst.
That is bad, but again, no. But you can be bad individually, but then you put it together. Nobody would have said, "Don't check the table." Wolves are, I believe they have the top. They're at least in the top 4 best defensive records in the league. Am I correct in saying?
Yeah. It might have dropped a bit recently, but
all right, so it might have dropped. So let's say and for a long part of the season they were second. Nobody on the planet Earth said Wolves have the second best defenders in the league because that's what organization can do. This is what I'm saying. Yes, you need the individuals to be good, but he can't organize. One thing we spoke about Sean Dyche, the likes of Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis. You know what they can do very, very well is organize.
Make you hard to beat. Yeah,
make you hard to beat, and that's one thing Lampard isn't going to do.
Yeah.
Shouldn't Everton remember there was I can't remember the name. I said there was a Portuguese manager in the running for the Everton job.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
Everton fans, because
Porto
they didn't know about him. Oh, we want Lampard because he knows the Premier League. Shut up, man. That's why fans don't
That
deserve
Pereira
to be
guy.
on any board or
Pereira
anything
guy.
like that. You don't
Facts,
know
facts.
nothing.
I keep
You
saying
don't
this.
know
We
nothing,
act
yeah?
like.
You don't know nothing, yeah. English fans hardly know anything, yeah. You don't know nothing. That's when they go, oh, put a fan on a Chelsea board. No chance whatsoever, right? But I didn't know. For my ignorance, I didn't know Bruno Lage. If that's his name from Wolves. I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah, I didn't either.
You know, how do we know this Portuguese guy wouldn't have come in and gone? And why aren't we giving him a good, decent coach and credit and going? I've got a relegation side. What's the first thing I do? I'm going to work on that defence.
Huh?
Why hasn't Lampard done that? Or his coaching staff gone? I'm going to play the worst football ever. But if it gets me points and stay in the league, I'm going to take it for the rest of the season, and then in the summer put my playing style in. But he hasn't done that. He's not done that.
Facts. And outside of the top three, they have the best defensive record.
There we go.
Outside of the top
There
three.
we go.
There isn't anybody, when we're talking defenders and player signing, nobody's saying, yeah, let me go get such and such from Wolves. Like, that's why you have to utilize what you have. And the thing is, one thing you do have with Decore and Allen and other players is you have good centre mids. You have good defensive midfielders, like organized. Put it this way, I think if they have Big Sam in charge, they're not getting relegated. But that's just me, though. But go on,
You know what it is,
Ryan.
Wallace? It's like, no, don't get me wrong. Lampard, when you had don't get me, Everton's defensive options are terrible in it. They're absolutely abysmal. But I do completely hear you when I say that, you know, any manager can go in and at least make them organised and put them into a shape, make them hard to beat, all that. And Lampard tax obviously doesn't enable that to happen, and it makes it worse, innit? But I do agree that Everton's defence on paper is absolutely shambolic. The likes of John Joe Kenny, who's one of the worst, he's so bad. Mason Holgate, Ben Godfrey, the left back they got as well. Obviously, they got rid of Luca Dean in January as well, who was probably their best one. Yerry Mina's okay, but he's always injured, to be fair. Pickford's a dinosaur. Like, yeah, it isn't good, their defence in all seriousness. But I do agree
it's not good, but
when Ancelotti was there, we weren't having these arguments.
that's what I'm saying. This is showing how good Ancelotti is a manager.
If Ancelotti stays there, this will never happen.
This is my point.
I'm not making excuses for Frank Lampard. No way. Frank Lampard should be doing so much better. He should be organising them. He should be making them hard to beat. He's a fucking awful manager, and he doesn't help. But Everton's defense is terrible on paper.
Yeah, it's not good on paper.
I mean, it's not good.
It's better manager will get the best out of it, though.
But this is the example right here. It's Leeds defense on paper good. I don't think so.
No,
I wouldn't take. I wouldn't take that many. I wouldn't take most of the defenders, and you can see they couldn't just cope with the system that Bielsa wanted to play. But Jesse March came in. When you look at even on the XG, they don't even concede that much on their XG anymore. They don't get slapped up anymore like they were before with Bielsa. It's all because Jesse March just put some sort of structure there that just makes it a little bit harder to beat them, or even at least harder to score on them. And that's what I'm saying. It comes down to the
Chelsea's
manager.
Defenders before Tuchel, everyone was like, they're not good enough.
Even at Tottenham right now, would anyone in the league take a Eric Dyer, Ben Davies, and Romero back three? Nobody would take them. They would take Romero as the individual, but they wouldn't take that back three because they know it's the whole back three. But Conte is trying his best to get the best out of that back three. And Eric Dyer, in my opinion, has been one of a really good centre back this season.
His signings have been very good as well.
And Nippon, let me know. Sorry to cut you off, Cams. Is this the question you was talking about, Nippon? Let me know, and we'll get to it. If not, just write again. Yeah, go on, Cam. Say what you're saying, my guy.
I was just saying Conte's signs have been very good because he didn't obviously he got backed, and all of them are banged. Like Bentancur has been quality, Kulusevski. I think he's been.
I love Kulusevski. He's
quality. He is quality.
Give me a ginger from Sweden.
Impact wise, on the side, yeah, because it's harder to impact this Liverpool side individually than it is to impact that Spurs side.
Is that the chant? Sorry to cut you off, Cams. Is that the chant? Yes.
I don't know the full chant, but this is like a part of it.
Give me a ginger from Sweden. Yeah,
ginger from Sweden.
Came from Juventus and his name Kulusevski. Give me a ginger from Sweden. Oh man, I need to learn the food chant, man, but I love it.
Yeah, you do,
What
man.
is that?
Oh.
What is that though?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not singing it like you ain't Spurs. You're a Spurs fan over there. Shut up, Timo.
What are
You know
you
what I'm
talking
saying?
about? I'm not a Spurs
Oh, yeah,
fan.
I'll
I'm a Chelsea
agree.
fan. I'm a proper Chelsea.
Hey,
I like it,
if Ernest sees it, it's
A
fine.
great chance of Timo piss.
Oh, man, no, I'm a proper Chelsea.
Now what about Eden? Legendary, man.
I couldn't even think of a great chant for Eden Hazard, man. Who just stole the Yaya Toure,
Greatest
Kolo
ever,
Toure.
your
one,
greatest
you know what I
ever
mean?
player, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Chelsea's greatest
Hey,
ever player,
no,
Eden
no,
Hazard,
no,
without
no.
doubt.
I'm still pissed that you gave that chant to Bakayoko because that slaps. Like, I want United to sign a player with Yoko as like as part of their surname just to steal that chant because
I need
I think the Mendy one's the best I've ever seen. That Mendy one is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, the Mendy one's nice, but I prefer the what's it called? I prefer the Bakayoko chant.
Can I say something about Kulusevski?
If Cho was actually good, we could probably put Cho with that thing. But you know what I mean? He's not
Run
that
it, man.
good, so we
You know what I'm
can't-
saying, man. Run the Cho Hive, man. Cho Hive or no Hive, or that. You know what I'm saying?
Cho high.
That's
That's who you need against what's it called against Real Madrid in that second leg. Throw Cho in there, big R9 up front, and let's just go for it. Get it in
Werner
the
on the
mix.
right, man. Werner on
Yeah,
the
that's
right.
it.
L9.
Said R9. Oh my days.
Hey, that's what they were running with the likes of Lewis. I hope you're still watching.
Yeah,
fam.
I remember Lewis was
I
saying.
remember Lewis talking here. R9,
He's not
that
R9.
Brazilian number
He's
9.
He's
You
9
know
R.
that.
He's 9 R.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's
Yo,
not-
Flosh, remember in that Agenda SC last year we did about Lukaku and Lewis compared him to Benzema?
Oh no.
Jeez.
I'm not even joking, you know.
Hey, my I don't get a lot right, but my Lukaku, I don't understand the hype agenda FC is aging like fine wine. I'm gonna post it again. It's aging like fine. Go check that out. It's aging like fine
Go and watch
wine in
that
the
Agenda
cellar,
FC,
people.
people. That Agenda FC was
I've
brilliant.
made a new resolution now when it comes
What?
to transfers. Until they do something for my club, I'm out on them.
You're
what I
not
Until
involved.
they sign it, I'm out on them. So I don't care what they've done previously. Until they do something for my club, I'm out. Yeah, you're out. Same with the manager. I'm out. Until you do so. Tuchel's, I'm leaning on Tuchel now. It's fine because he did something, but did the biggest thing he could do. But until whoever we sign this summer, I don't care where they've come from, how many goals they've scored, how many assists. Until they do something for my club, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, you're
True
out.
say, especially with your record with like strikers that you
Oh,
lot have signed
I-
recently.
Deep this,
Yeah.
Flawless.
Chelsea's record.
This is from 2019,
God.
right? 2019. I worked out we spent around £320 million on our forward line since 2019.
Holy shit.
£320 million, yeah. And that's got us how many goals?
I'm gonna guess about 10.
To be fair though,
Less.
Werner did get
Yeah.
the decoy run in the Champions League.
32.9. You know what I'm saying?
It got us a guy who we paid 270 grand for deco run. He's not even doing it anymore.
That was a good decoy run in the final.
100 million
Clutch
pounds.
decoy
100
run,
million,
man.
But
Yo,
my
the
car
clutch, respect the
is
clutch
winner.
decoy run, man.
Get
100
my
million,
Decoy run.
about 100 million pounds.
Get my car's
100
name out of
100 million
your
pounds whose
fucking
only
mouth,
decent
man.
record is with Just Eat and Deliveroo, it looks like, yeah. An injured Captain America who doesn't come back in Endgame. Kai Havertz who only plays half a season. And Hakim Ziyech. I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, it's peak, yo.
Can I, Flawless, can I say something about Kulusevski?
Go on. Good talk
that
about
I
it. And
just
then we
think-
get to this.
I just think that's such a brilliant signing and one that could be so big for Spurs for the rest of the season because Spurs' attack now, front three, is one of the best in the league for me, definitely.
It
And
is the
for
best
me,
in Europe right now, actually.
and for me, yeah. What?
Check the, listen. I don't think you get it right.
This
You
is
don't get it right.
this
It's
is a typical
listen,
Spurs fan, right?
Hold
This is a
on.
typical Spurs fan, yeah.
Hold on.
You praise them, they don't stay silent and they accept it, and they say something ridiculous after.
No, listen.
I bet
No,
he's gonna bring some numbers up.
I'm not saying.
He's gonna bring some numbers.
It's based on exactly based on numbers. And
Yes,
the
yes,
amount of goals being scored and created is the best forward line. I'm not saying it's the best forward line. This is what I'm not saying, but it's just
You
based
said
on
it was the
numbers.
best
Right
in
now.
Europe.
Nah, but you know what?
Yeah, basically.
You gotta,
yes.
you gotta have something
But-
good. You gotta have something good in your
with the
team.
numbers shown, it's actually shown that he's so far in 2022 is the best performing front line right now. I'm not saying it's the best. I still believe the Liverpool one is. You can even say it's City one's definitely way much better than Bayern as well. I'm just saying based on numbers.
But you know what it
Well,
is
no,
with
why didn't you
Kulusevski
just
as
accept
well?
the praise? That's what I don't. Just accept the praise and shut up.
I just said I'm leaving with Tom. Just said I'm
Hey,
leaving with
I need
Tom.
He's not living with more than
something.
something.
I don't eat a lot. With Spurs, I'm starving too
You,
much. I
you're a
don't
Spurs
sleep
fan, man.
over-
He's
I don't sleep
starving.
much.
OKC Thunder,
No.
he's starving, fam, man.
No,
He
I
needs
don't sleep
anything.
well.
No, he's on
I
famine.
need
That's
to
what
be
he's on.
happy
He's
at
a
some
famine.
point.
That's what he's done. He's starving Marvin from South Park. That's what this guy is.
Yeah, yes, exactly,
Sports
man. So
mate,
you gotta let me cook at least something.
Good Lord, man.
Go on, right?
You
go
know
on,
what it is
so-
Man's
about
looking like
Kulusevski
Gollum.
as well? Is that before Kulusevski joined, it would always, because Son and Kane, were the main two of the Spurs team, the main two of the attack, it was easier kind of for teams to say, oh, let's just cut off Son or Kane and, that's all we need to do. Because Lucas Moura is a bum in it, let's be real. You got bums like him, you don't really need to concentrate on him. You just concentrate on Son and
He
Kane.
destroyed Ten Hag.
Bro, he
Moura
lives off
and
one
he
half
destroyed
of
Ten Hag.
football in his whole career, sir. For
I
like,
call
one
him
half
a
of
bum,
football he lives off, yeah.
I think that's a bit
now-
harsh.
Hey,
But carry on.
Kane will kill for that half of
But now you've got Kulusevski. Now you've got another player there who takes the kind of load off Son and Kane, and now teams can't just focus on stopping Son and Kane now, so that frees up more room and space for them. And I just think it just has another body to your front three that I think Arsenal have been the better team than Spurs in terms of playing better throughout the whole season. Better cohesive team. But what Spurs have now is definitely a more potent attack than Arsenal, and now Spurs have a better running than Arsenal. I think that front three can get Spurs into the top four above Arsenal. I think it'll get them enough goals and win them enough games to get top four because of the Kulusevski signing. So, I just think that's a brilliant signing, man. I think that could win you quite a few games.
I
with
would
your
just say
running.
something with Lucas
think Ryan's
Moura.
right.
With Lucas Moura and Kane, at least Moura's goals counted for something, unlike Kane.
Shut up, Surfer.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Whatever.
One half of football that guy lives off, One half
Hey.
of football that guy lives off.
Hey,
It was one of my best
He's
nights.
so
It was one of the
shit,
best
man.
ni-
I don't
it's
care,
one of
man.
the best
He's
nights
so
of my life.
shit.
Man. I
Harry
can't
Kane's
lie.
not had
Kane's
15
never
minutes
had
in
that.
Europe picking
Yeah,
it off,
Kane-
let alone half an hour.
Kane's
We should
never
go
had a
to
UCL
we should go
performance
to
like
Lucas'
that,
question though.
ever.
I think he's been waiting though.
Oh yeah, V-Course
Yeah.
or Lacazette? V-Course.
Workhorse.
Lacazette, man. Let's be honest, Lacazette. Let's not disrespect Lacazette
For
that
ban-
much.
for banner
Yes, yes,
purposes,
I'll
I'll just go Veghorst. You know what I'm saying?
Weghorst.
I
Man,
do like
best
Wout Weghorst though. He's a good player still. Like he holds up the ball well and stuff. But let's not disrespect
Hold up,
Lacazette that much.
No,
Lacazette
no,
ain't
I
even
think-
that shit though. Lacazette ain't a shit player. I don't care what
He's
anyone
Four
says.
goals.
a twerk. He's a
Yeah, yes,
twerk
He scored
merchant, man.
4 goals this season.
He's not
Four-
shit.
Two of
Don't
them
get-
are
he's not
penalties,
great,
by the
but
way.
he's not shit.
Scored 4 goals this season.
Yeah, he's not
Two of
shit.
them are penalties.
Playing once a week, he scored.
He's not
4 goals.
no, but Lacazette's not a bad footballer. Let's be real.
Yeah, but he's not about footballer, but he doesn't start for most of the Premier
4
League teams.
goals. 4
That's a
league
fair
goals.
point. And he's got 4 league goals.
You
How
think
you
about
criticizing
Martial?
Mora, calling him a bum, and then say he scored 4? Come sure,
Lacazette's
man.
better than Mora.
But
Let's
yeah,
be
yeah,
real.
you probably didn't hear that shit. Yeah, I hate everything, I
I
got big
thought you
ears for a
didn't hear
reason. Yeah. You think you slick? I got big ears and I use them. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be paying attention. Even if it looks like I'm not listening, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? See, you counts. Jez does that same shit as well. Surfer does. Actually, everybody on this channel does. They just doing that. They'll throw that slick, especially you three on the bottom row. You three will do that. You know what I'm saying? While people are talking, they just throw slick shit in the game.
Wait,
and that.
me? Yeah,
I'm
put me
saying-
on the upper row.
You top row different game like us. Like,
Nah, I do it. You know what I'm saying?
you
I be
but
busting it.
look
Yeah.
Look at this
That's
6-man
why-
tag match.
Yeah,
man.
hey,
Look at
that's
this.
why it is there. I'm
Hey, man,
by
it's the
myself
Shield
without these
against
two.
the Shield. It's the first Shield against Shield 2.0. That's what that is, man. Yeah.
Steve's man in it.
Nip
Like,
and
this is why they're a
Lacazette's
tag
better
team.
than
You know what I'm
Lukaku.
saying?
Lacazette's better than Lukaku. He is better than Lukaku. He brings more to the
he's not.
team.
He's not.
Nah, he brings
not.
more to the team. I don't care what
He's
anyone
not.
says. At least
Uh,
Lacazette can control the ball.
he links up the play as a DM. Like,
I know, but at least Lacazette can do the fundamentals. At least Lacazette can do the basic fundamentals.
Can we talk
like
about real
Lukaku
footballers?
can't, man.
Can we talk about real football?
Yeah,
I don't even
literally.
doing that. Like Records is more of a real footballer, like, you know. So let's.
Good lord, man.
Anyways,
Oh, one called Salah the Bismillah Barini. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Oh my God.
Can we talk about his stinky performances recently?
Wait.
The Sandy Shane Long. Yeah, the Sandy Shane Long.
We ain't getting past. Yo, we ain't getting past that. No. We are not getting past that. Yo, man. You lot be wilding.
Really? Wow.
You man are wilding, but yeah, I can't believe we're talking about Lacazette or Lukaku. Big up my guy Snoop in the cut as well. Says Skidell. He's hoping AC Milan win it. Big up Snoop, and he actually made his debut on the NBA watch along. and didn't know he was live for like the majority of the stream. And then he goes, "Is this live?" I was like,
what's
yeah.
Oh my
He
I
god.
was
doesn't know,
like,
he
yeah.
doesn't know we're live from
He
the
lied.
GTA stream, so why would he know that? He doesn't
I
know.
was like, "Who did you think you and Jez was talking to?" And we're going at the comments. He's like, "I don't know." I'm like, and then I was tired of Jez goes, "Yeah, Flawless is too tired to deal with this." I'm like, "Yeah," but big up my guy Snoop every single time as well.
I hope Milan
Yeah, it's a
bottle
joke.
it.
It's a defense.
I hope Milan bottle it, Snoop. I hope they
See,
bottle
I'm not.
it.
See that I'm with you, Stu. I'm AC Milan till the end of the season. I hope you get
Shut
over
up,
the
man.
line, fam. What do you
Yeah.
mean,
Come
man?
on.
Inter,
What you
Inter,
doing?
Inter.
Shut
Why you
up.
telling me to shut up?
Yeah, shut up. This
I
guy.
want to see. I want to see my why. I want to
This
see my
guy,
guy.
man.
He's not
Are you-
seen one
are
in
you
his
alright-
entire
are you
life,
alright
man.
sitting
I want to
down,
see.
man, with all the splinters in your ass, sitting on the
I
fence.
wanna-
How about that?
I'm not. I'm AC Milan side. I'm not sat on the fence. I'm on the AC.
So
I'm on
which-
the. I'm on the red
hey,
and black.
Which
You know what I'm saying?
face am I talking to, Flawless? Which one of your faces am I talking to? Yeah?
Yo,
Like Mick
you on
Foley.
you on the blue and black side. I'm on the red and black side. That's all it is. Because you're saying Inter Milan or anybody but AC Milan. You're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, now I know
Yeah,
Snoop. Yeah, I was fine with that winning it, but now I've met Snoop. Yeah, it changes that. Right? So,
Nah. Stu, now is I'm AC Milan to the end of the season. So hopefully you like get over the line in it. Oh, large of everyone. You know what I'm saying? See, why are you sending for me, Snoop, when it was surfer dissing you, but here we are. This guy was it's good. Look up Ashraf. I'll get into this obviously more so on Man United. But what's your thoughts on Pogba leaving your club after the season? Personally, I think it's good for you guys because it's another goals player leaving your club with the likes of Maguire and Shaw. If you've seen and watched, because I know Ashraf, I don't know if you're a United fan, but if you would have seen Pogba land and say he does leave the season, and you put the majority of the blame on him, I don't know what to tell you. In his entire time being here, there was never one time where you looked at that United squad and said, yeah, this is good enough to compete at the highest level. If we win the league, we'd never favourites. Maybe Mourinho's second season is the only time I can remember where he was in contention.
do you remember what he said about that season?
Yeah, and he said it was the greatest achievement of all time. That tells you all you need to know.
It's in the Paddy Power advert.
He's right. Yeah, the Paddy Power advert, and he's got it. Not all achievements get trophies. That's brilliant. And even that team, when I look at it, and I did the same, because I got obviously going to get gassed up and lost, and the Mourinho's in. You know what? At that point, every club he'd been at, he'd won the league in his second season. We had a good team, but we didn't realize how good that City and Pep team was, and they shown that this season because they blown everybody away. Just so the reason why I'm not going to put the majority of the blame on him, because even if Pogba was 10 out of 10, we still wouldn't have won anything. We might have competed. That's it. Is he part to blame? Of course, he's not blameless, but wherever he leaves, he'll go and be successful, like everybody else who leaves Manchester United. If you look at everyone who's left during his reign, everybody has been successful. We're here talking about Lukaku. Lukaku left and was successful. Ashley Young left and was successful. Damian left and was successful. Di Maria has had success leaving. Everybody else, I'm not too sure about Falcao and others. There'll probably be exceptions
Falcao
to the
did
rule.
ball out for
I'm
Monaco.
talking. I can't remember what he did afterwards. Is there exceptions to the rule? Yeah, maybe a Chris Smalling or something like that. But and Mkhitaryan, players like that. But for the most part, so that's why I wouldn't blame him. Is it good? Yes, because the boat has sailed, in my opinion, and it's time for him. It is time for him to leave. Like, we're not set up to be successful with him. He needs to win now. He's 29, so you're going into your prime years. Yeah, it's time for the divorce, man. The marriage run its course. Simple as that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's run its course, unfortunately. We got other players like that. Lingard's in that same boat. Whereas I'm a big fan of both these players, but he has to go as well. But yeah, I think it's way too harsh to say he's been ghosted, because the successes we've had while he's been here, he's been majorly involved in. But then our fan base will hype up Bruno, who's done nothing. Well, hey, uncomfortable conversations, innit?
Hey, can I
Just
say
saying.
something about a tweet that I just saw on Twitter, which I found really disrespectful?
Go on.
Yes, or do you want to go to Snoop first?
Oh, no. Go on, say what you're going to say. We're going to get to this.
Yeah,
innit?
so I seen 5 hours ago, Jack Wilshere was tweeted, "Tell me a better defensive midfielder than Declan Rice right now. Can't think of anyone. Do what Deck can." Then somebody
This is boy,
replied
innit?
with,
Go on.
and somebody replied with, "So you haven't seen Fabinho, who has been doing it for a good couple of years now?" And then and then his reply as a quote was, "Doesn't have the presence Deck has. Deck can do everything he can do and more."
I think he
That
does have the
was Jack
presence that Declan has.
You know what I'm saying, innit? Like, It's not a surprise. Yeah, you're backing your guy. Are they brethren? Are they boys?
I don't even know. They
Are
have
they
never
cool?
played together.
Would it
Oh,
matter if
Reverend.
he's English? He's English.
He's English,
That's
so it
where-
doesn't matter.
So,
That's,
I was trying to
that's where
see
it
if
stems from.
that's where it stems from even further though. Like if they're boys, it would
Mm.
make more sense. Like if it's his boy and he's saying that, I'm like, you know what? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree with it? No, but you're backing you. But if you're saying that just because he's English, okay. We all watch what happened at the Euros and that. Everybody's gangsters till real gangsters walk in the room, innit? Everybody
what
a
Mika
stepper
Richards
to.
said about Benzema. Oh my
This is what I'm
God.
saying, man. Everybody a
Oh
stepper
my
till a stepper
God.
come step to you, innit? And that's what it is. We see, and I like Rice. I've said this. I rate him. Good player. Could he get better? Yes, because he's at age where he can get better. Is he of the level of Fabinho? No. And that's okay. Because there isn't many. Is he of the level of Rodri? No. Is he of the level of a Casemiro? No. Is he Verratti level? Nah. Like, just relax and let Rice get better.
Like Rice aura is at the level that's Basuma's. I'm gonna be honest. You can even argue that Basuma's better than him. So that's what I'm saying. And Basuma's not close to what Fabinho or Rodri or.
I do think Rice has been one of the best midfielders in the Premier
Yeah,
League
he
this
is.
season. I think
Yeah,
he has
he's
been one of the
definitely-
best.
Definitely, but it's just when you start disrespecting a man like Fabinho, that it pisses me off, man.
Yes, this is Mando watching. You start touching it. There comes that was Michael Richards talking about Kane. Look at the way Henri looked at him. Henri couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what he was
I
hearing.
couldn't believe it.
I was even
I-
shocked.
I love
I'm
Kane.
interested to see what did, because obviously they do Champions League. What did Michael Richards say after that game? The one we just seen at the bridge.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he said. He
What did he
probably
say
said
after
something
that?
like, maybe I put him up that level now.
But I see one journalist after that game yesterday say Benzema's not on the levels of Kane. I was like, what the fuck? Like what's going on here now?
What did we
I'm
miss?
sorry. Like, what did you miss? What did you miss? Like, where were you?
Facts.
Oh yeah,
That's the whole thing. No, it's like, listen, our pundits are like some of our fans. They only watch English football and watch these guys on Champions League nights. If they don't do anything on a Champions League night, don't rate them. That's the problem. Even me, when they said he scored 37, I know he's played well this season. When he scored 37 goals this season, even I was like, bang. Because let's face it, the league is not on Sky anymore, so I don't watch it. So it's, you know what I mean. So I don't know how many goals he scored, but the pundits are the same. But for Mika Richards, who I actually rate as a very good pundit, you know, for him to come out and say, "Oh, now I can see what he's talking." Something paraphrasing. Now I can see what the fuss is about. It's like, come on, man.
Where have you been? Did you not see them free-peat? Surely you watched them free-peat and him be a part of that.
You know how much this guy, you know how many goals he could have in his career? You know how much he sacrificed for Ronaldo in Real Madrid's team?
and he didn't die either. That's the maddest thing. He didn't die when he was sacrificing stuff.
He sacrificed himself for Ronaldo. He played out wide for Ronaldo. Ronaldo went into the centre. He could have had so many goals, and you know, and look at him. He's robbed of a World Cup as well because of not being able to play for France because of other things. You know, it just annoys me. You know, just open your mind and actually do so. Even if you didn't watch it live, just go look at his stats. Surely, you know what I mean?
It is
Ridiculous. Man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like 86 Champions League goals of them, or I think
Look what
86
you
or
said.
89. And
I said, go on, fam. Sorry, go on, Jess. I'm just seeing this blasphemous on the timeline. Go on.
Yeah, something like 86 or 89 Champions League goals, but one of them only was a penalty. I never say that because this is what I'm saying. The levels is different.
That is mad.
Because he didn't take. Does he even take penalties for Real Madrid now? I don't even know. But
he does take them now. But before that, even the year before, you can say Ramos was even taking them.
Yeah,
and Ronaldo before that, right? So for 9 years, he hasn't been taking penalties, and he's still doing that. Hey, Snoop, man. Snoop, shut up, right? Don't say anything about Mitchell, your goalkeeper, yeah? I just proved you wrong by saying he has conceded 3 goals. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Liverpool and Saluso. Yeah, that's kind of peak. He also said, Jack Wilshere said Busquets is the only one 3 or 4 years ago. And I remember he played in a team that dominated possession in every game. Deck's job is harder in this team. He could play in any team in Europe. Fact. Let's hope it's Arsenal. I hope he goes Arsenal too. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not fact, it's opinion. I hate that now, the term fact.
How can you say
it's your opinion. Say opinion. Stop saying fact until it's proven. It's a guess as well. Stop saying that. We don't know. Because we don't know.
it's very easy for Declan Rice to stand out for West Ham, right? I think he would do well. I think he would, but that's my opinion. I'd like to see him. My thing with him joining Chelsea is never about how he plays, because I think he would do well. It's his price. I'm not paying. If I'm Chelsea, I'm not paying anywhere. I'm not paying 100 million for Declan Rice. You're mad. I'm going.
You've got Rice at home, innit? You've got Rice at home.
Exactly.
You don't need to go buy 100 million Rice.
Well, we got. Let's face it. I'm excited getting Conor Gallagher back next season. I want to see what he does in a bigger side. Do you know what I mean?
He's got an engine on him. He has got a serious engine on him.
He's got a serious engine, but we don't just say opinion. Just say opinion. Stop saying fact like it is a fact. It's not. It's annoying.
You know what's crazy is, he's getting hooked in the quote tweets, which I'm surprised about. He is getting. That's how you know it's bad, because obviously you got people who are England fans, West Ham fans. I mean, even they're like, some of the responses to him are a bit too far. But like talking about football, people are like, you've been on the pints. You know what I'm saying? And clearly you've had one too many.
He's not more than the pints.
Yeah, what it is it's probably all the anaesthetic he's been on for the surgery.
Charlie.
Oh my goodness.
He's
got a wily deal.
He's literally been gassed too much. That's what happened. He's been gassed.
Oh my god.
Hey,
the operations took a toll on him there. So it is what it is.
I said Charlie. Oh my god. Yo, we never make it out of it, Joe. We never make it out of it. Inevitably, when we all blow up and these streams get pulled back up, just remember it was a great run, people, innit? Like, remember we had a great run.
If you were to sponsor Sarcasm City, you can't sanction us. That's
serious. Yeah, we will never. Never.
All I'm saying to the future artists or them already there, but I'm like, my words are my words, and I don't apologize for them as well.
He said, I'll apologize for nothing. Oh, yeah, and it's like, this is the problem is, and somebody said that in one of the quote tweets. Imagine you're going to take a good read of that after the show. And it's like, this is why people say players are overrated. Because the thing is, Declan Rice is a good midfielder. I've said it for the longest. He's a good midfielder. He's played well this season. When I've seen him this season, he's played well. But let's just relax and see where he's the best DM in the world. What? You know how stacked that position is?
How small is your world? That's what I say.
When did he surpass Fabinho? This is what I want to know. Like, I know Ryan spoke on it, obviously, like Fabinho not being at the level he was at. When did that happen, though?
When did he pass Rodri?
When did he pass Rodri, who went to the Bridge? I think he went to Anfield. He went... Where else did they play? Emirates. They went PSG. When all of a sudden did he just bypass all these men? Like, I don't know what. It's similar to the Ancelotti fall off. What happened?
When did he pass Casemiro? That's what I want to know. When did he pass Casemiro?
He didn't.
I'm not high on Casemiro, but he's not better than Casemiro.
Yeah. So. When did he pass Verratti? What happened?
Hey, man, he couldn't even pass the Benson code test. Yeah.
When did he? Even though he's been out of form recently, when did he pass Kante? When did that happen? All of a sudden, man who was last season was dropping man of the matches in quarterfinals and semifinals. Like, we're not gonna. Like, one thing, we're gonna run jokes and bants, but I'm not just gonna allow, like, this. Even if it's not my player, disrespect and just like not disrespect, disregarding players' accomplishments and what they've done. Like, we're not just gonna brush it to the side and that. Like, when we talk about, and that's a reaction every take because he played well today. I'm guessing was West Ham win today.
No, they drew 1-0, but they were down.
They drew 1-0. So. But I guarantee if Rice makes a mistake for a goal or something like that, he's not tweeting that.
Oh, he won't be mentioned.
If you tweeted after a loss and he made a mistake, oh man, the qualities would have been even wider.
But if you look how quickly Rice is protected, like most English players, really sometimes when they make a mistake. No, someone else's fault. Yeah, but the other they didn't play well either. But he had to carry the rest of his team. It's like if you are okay with him getting all the adulation, then allow him to get some blame. You know?
Yeah, I don't like that people want to switch it. Whereas when a player plays well, you get all the praise, but then when you get criticized, it's we'll push the criticism aside. Nah, man,
if you've ever noticed with player hives and stands, if the player plays badly, the first defense would be, but such and so didn't play well either.
They were let down. They were let down by the team. Ronaldo doesn't play well. He didn't get service. He can't do everything.
Oh my god, he can't do everything. Shut up, man.
Exactly. But you know what the best players in the world do? Is utilize what service they get. What great service did Benzema get against Chelsea? Someone tell me.
His best
What
chance is
great-
like scoring, really.
Yeah.
He got
The
good
best-
service
the
from
best
Mendy,
chance.
to be fair. Mendy
Yeah,
gave
exactly. Yeah,
That's true. That's true. That's
Mendy
true.
gave him the best chance. Like them two goals before that were way harder than that one.
I know, right? Just like Addison gave them service last season. You said that
Facts.
yourself. Yeah, so yeah.
True.
Yeah, last season
That's
past, we don't
I
need
think
Exactly,
last
that's what I
season.
Hey,
Hey, you lot,
last season,
hey,
man.
hey, you lot
So
chilling the
yesterday,
chat as
man.
We'll
well,
get on
man.
to us this season in a bit, innit? But yeah.
He says, no,
Yesterday's
we
in the
won't.
past.
What we
Yesterday's
talking
in the
about?
past as
You got
well.
shit to talk
Yeah,
about.
Yesterday's in the past, yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday's in the rear window. That's what it is. It's gone.
Hey Ryan, can I ask you a question? Like, how did you feel after the Benfica game? Because I swear I saw you raging.
I thought first half we were very good. I thought second half we were shit. Really shit. I thought 2-0 up and then we just lost all. We conceded a goal, stupid goal to concede as well. And we just lost control after that, I thought. They should have had a penalty, I thought, as well. Nah, come on, Kamzik. Look, Kamzik, let's be real, yeah. Let's be real. It was a penalty.
It wasn't, man. He was
Right,
going down
but-
like that all game. He was going like that.
You know
all
what? I
game.
understand why the ref didn't give it. I understand why the ref didn't give it, to be fair, but he was
Can I ask you
a
a
bit
question,
lucky.
Ryan? Can I ask you a question?
Hmm.
Because it's been bugging me since Shameless. How can you be through in the tie, but it's not over? I just want to know about this.
That's that contradiction.
No,
saying.
I never said we're through. I said I think we'll get through. I
No,
think
you
we'll
said
get
you
through.
said you're through.
Nah, you didn't.
But it's not
did
over.
say that.
That's what you said.
You
Did
did.
I say
You said that
that?
verbatim.
You said it, yeah.
And you can't even blame it. Well, even that late, so you can't even say I was 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You can't even put it on that, fam. You can't even put it on that.
Oh, you're through, man. There's no worry.
No, I
Don't-
think
don't
we'll go
try.
through. But that Inter Milan game was still like showed that.
Yeah,
we
why
shouldn't
were
be
you
complacent or
switching
anything.
lanes? Why were you worried before the game about Benfica? You were talking about
Benfica.
Hey, you know what it
Vertonghen
is,
and
yeah? You know-
Otamendi, and in 2022.
They lost to
Otamendi,
Braga. They lost to
Vertonghen,
Braga
they got
on the weekend.
experience, man.
Yeah,
That's
so
Darwin Nunes,
yeah,
Rafa
but-
Silva,
Darwin Nunes is a shit,
Sarab
man.
was there.
Oh, our run to the final might be the most pathetic run ever, you know.
It might
Yeah,
actually.
this is the Mickey Mouse one.
It might actually
Oh,
be the best
Give me
run,
the
you know.
Mickey Mouse run. I don't even care.
Yeah, bro. Like I
blame you.
You're getting a Man City FA Cup.
You know what,
That's
Kaz, I'm
This
going
is-
to ask you the most
this is a
stupid
hot take.
question, yeah? There's a little part of me that says I'd rather play Bayern Munich than Villarreal, just because I
Yes,
think
I
Villarreal are going to
actually
be
was
mad
about to say as a hot take. I
Villarreal
was
are
about
going
to
to be
say-
mad pragmatic against
That's
us, and it'll be
crazy.
frustrating. No, hear me out, Flo.
Spurs, I can't lie.
I'm gonna hit you
I
out,
can't lie.
but you crazy. That's just
You know,
crazy.
I admit it sounds. No, I still rather play Villarreal, but there is this part of me which is saying Villarreal are just going to be hard to beat over 2 legs. They're going to be pragmatic and all that. Whereas Bayern Munich, they're going to play open, and Bayern Munich's defense is so there to be got at. Like, I'll be real in it. Villarreal should have had the tie out of sight the other night. If you're telling me that we're a much better team than Villarreal going forward, innit? We could, if we play properly, we could end that tie against Bayern in the first leg if we wanted to.
I
Because
can't
they
lie,
could
fellas.
realistically. What if they do the same to us?
They could.
Because they have,
I'm saying,
they
I'd
have,
still
they
rather
have
play Villarreal.
the X factor. You see what Benzema did to both PSG and Chelsea. Bayern Munich have one of those in Lewandowski. They have a player who is capable of doing that.
They're dying breed.
Villarreal, but
They're very
Villarreal
rare.
are gonna be
That's
a
why I
very
call them
frustrating-
X factors at the highest level, and
But-
they're difference makers. And there's
I
very
agree,
few of
but
them left.
Villarreal are going to be a very frustrating team to play against.
I know who I'd rather take.
I
I'd
do-
rather play Villarreal
do-
as well.
I
I do
imagine
hear
we get
what
knocked out by
Ryan-
Villarreal.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
I do hear what Ryan is saying, to be honest, because when I watched Bayern this season, I said this: if Liverpool play Bayern, they might even end it in the first tie, in my opinion. Because it's
Villarreal are 7th though. They're 7th
no, but
in the
it's
league.
they're 7th, but in Europe,
In
they're
your
performing
Henry knows, man.
hella
Henry
good.
knows
Like
the
they
team, man.
aren't the
not
same
doing that.
Villarreal. They aren't the same Villarreal in the league than they are in the Champions League.
You know
this
what?
season.
This is the
And
same
just-
argument I was
it's-
having with the likes of Don KJB and others in the chat when they were
Yeah.
telling me about Atletico Madrid versus City. They told me this before the
Yeah,
leg.
Atletico
They told me
Madrid-
the game about Atletico Madrid are gonna knock out City. I'm like, based off of what? There is nothing
Manchester
substantial.
City already threw in
back
that
up.
tie. Let's be real.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's a very similar to debate to what you're talking about. The same strengths you're talking about with Villarreal are the same strengths with Atletico, and Atletico are a better side. Atletico are a better side, but it's the same argument.
I did say that.
Both managers experienced in Europe. Both managers have won major trophies, whether it's European or Simeone with La Liga. Both tough to break down, but you're better than both of them.
Simeone won the Europa League.
Oh, do you win? You won the Europa League. So that is, yeah. Go on, Jess.
I did say on that stream though that I did actually rate it the Villarreal side higher than the Atletico Madrid one. I really don't rate this team, and for me, it's like I don't know. Like I said, I believe Bayern is going to rush them at home. That's what I said. If that was the result in Germany, whole different conversation. But since the game was in Spain and Bayern is going to go home now, they're probably going to rush them. But I'm just saying that their Bayern defense this season has been horrendous.
I'd be with you. I'd be with you if it was a one game time, because you're not really trying to play. You're not really trying to play pragmatic sides, but I know out of Villarreal and Bayern Munich who I want to face.
No, I agree. But who do you think goes through in Liverpool Bayern semi-final?
I'm not seeing enough of Bayern.
Liverpool.
But it seems from what I'm hearing,
I think it's whoever scores the highest. I really do.
Sure, man.
I think our defense is so
I mean, it's not.
Whoever scores more goals, show your face, man.
Sorry, Michael Owen. Sorry, I was Michael Owen stuff. No.
He's not wrong, but he didn't have to say it.
Let me phrase it. Let me say it. Bayern Munich are not good defensively, so they're gonna have to rely on scoring all the goals. If you can shut them down, then you're free. It's like that.
Because the one thing is, like, from what I'm hearing from all of yous here, the chat, other people have said, even people who watch German football like Aaron, I know Bainesy does as well, have said that Bayern Munich are not the best effectively. So it seems that Liverpool are the favourites. However, that's the exact same as, not the exact same, but very similar to Chelsea, Real Madrid. And I said that beforehand, all jokes aside. I said, yes, Chelsea, I do have Chelsea as favourites going through in that time. But Real Madrid are no mugs. And when you have a Benzema in your ranks, when you have an Ancelotti, when you have quality, you can still hurt teams. All it takes is one off night. Real Madrid with Benzema was on form. Surface spoke on it. Timo spoke on it. Matisse, who I spoke to earlier, spoke on it about a lot of Chelsea players having an off night. And that's all it takes. Lewandowski could turn up at Anfield and score a hat-trick. No one's going to bat an eyelid. Because it's Lewandowski.
Half of football and you're out.
Yes.
But with Chelsea, it took like about 2 or 3 minutes because Karim Benzema scored 2 in like 2 minutes.
Go.
That's all.
Sometimes
they're the fine margins.
Can I say that?
3 minutes.
If Lukaku doesn't miss the free header, we're having a whole different conversation possibly.
Yeah, if it's 3-2, if it's 3-2, it's certainly different.
It's always gonna be a thing of like we don't know until the game is played, until the ball is played in it. And I do hear that Bayern has.
How come Jason isn't getting slack for what you just said?
Just to annoy you, I was good, but it's just to get you in it. Just to get you in it.
What is this?
You deserve it because you were giving me shit before in it, so that's why I had to get Jez in it. But hey, Jez, well done, man. Well done, Jez.
This guy.
Well, you know what it is like for me. The biggest factor is managers. Like Klopp and Nagelsmann are totally different levels. And Nagelsmann this season with this Bayern team, I'm just not convinced. I'm just really not convinced that he can do a number under. It needs to take the players to really just do a muscle then. Because I don't think Nagelsmann.
Hold that pot. Yo, Cam's big up, yeah? Catch up with you soon, man.
Big up, Cam, bro.
I just don't think with his tactics, Nagelsmann can't outplay in the club. I just don't believe it. Maybe next year when he kind of gets more players to his side, I already see them with. Looks like they can get Gravenberch and Masuri from Ajax, which is gonna help massively. But this year, I don't know. Well, again, football is a game. We never know until the ball is kicked.
Oh, shut up, Jess, man. Another one. Shut up.
What did I say? What did I say?
We haven't gone into the football. Shut up, man.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't believe we would be in the top 4 race now.
No, we don't even know until the ball is kicked. Of course not, you fool. Shut up, man.
Winter, what have I done to you today?
What
have I done to you today, man?
You exist. That's what you've done.
I lie. My sister said that before too, but it is what it is. We move.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with her.
So it's kind of sounding like a you problem, Jess. That's all I'm saying. I got you back. I like you, Jess, though, innit? I just think
Oh,
it's
he
just,
likes-
it's
yeah,
the like
yeah,
I think it's the
yeah.
likes of Steph or Timo being harsh on you, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Jez,
That's what
just
I'd say.
remember this. Just remember this when he turns on you. Yeah, just remember this.
Me, who do I turn? I
Happened
don't turn
last
on
stream.
any.
What are you talking about?
Who did I turn on? What did I say?
Jez all the time, man.
How did I turn on Jez? What did I say to
Nah,
Jez? I might throw him under the bus to get myself out of the way, but it is what it is. Human shield, isn't it? Like,
shut up.
yeah, it's because you know why? You lot don't ever, when I'm getting attacked by a certain someone, like no names, you lot don't help me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
If you, hang on a minute. If you're
Hey,
expecting,
Timo, I think you were supposed to
you're
go there.
expecting us to go in the line of fire for you with that person, then that's
Yes.
that's your problem.
I'm saying at least help, at least distract, deflect, do something. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You don't even drag me out the way of the end. You might just what? Add on to the cooking. I heard what you said.
Spotlight is on you.
I heard what you
That's
said.
all it
Yeah,
is, man.
you lot push me right in front of the bus. So fuck all
Hey,
y'all
man.
in it because y'all don't
Get
back
the
me.
violin out, man.
Y'all see me
Can I
get.
just
Y'all
say
see me get.
can I just say when that wonderful person does do that to you?
Yeah, love to that wonderful person as well.
Yeah.
I make no hard feelings by that or anything
I
like
don't know.
that.
You're,
I just
you're
really pointed it
complaining.
out.
You're complaining a lot, which is not.
I
when they're not
ain't
here,
complaining.
so,
Hey, it's 2:20 in
Sounds like
it.
it.
Love. I wish that
Sounds
person
like
was here. You know what I'm saying? They make my
course
world
you-
go round.
You
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, that's what
That's
it is.
right,
Someone call
Max,
me.
that's right.
Someone call me
That's
Jeff Robbins. That is brilliant. Man, that's out of the park. That is brilliant, yo. That is brilliant, yo. Oh my god.
See,
Oh,
he's been here since Jeff. That's how bad you know. That's very bad.
oh my god. You lot continue
That's
to get your
brilliant.
questions in before we close the show out with that. Well, yes, love to that person who made my whole world go around. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as well, people. Hit the notification bell, road to 4K. Don't forget as well, we're streaming a lot more this month on Twitch as well, people. So the NBA watch-alongs are over there. The non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs are over there. Champions League watch-alongs and FA Cup watch-alongs are all over there as well. The members Q&As, as always, they'll be over there as well. And of course, because we got the play-ins and the playoffs coming up this month with NBA, they'll be over there. Courtside commentary will be over there as well. I might bring back big fights, big nights only for White Fury. So that might be on the Twitch or I might put it on the YouTube. I'm not sure. Oh man, enjoy, fam. Enjoy.
They've still got tickets on sale, you know.
Yeah, how much are the tickets though, fam? And what the seats like?
Like it matters to this guy. Puts in £100 super chats.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Like it
yeah.
matters,
That's
you know what I mean?
that's the him I'm talking about. For me, I'd rather just stay and watch it at home.
Oh,
Like,
no, some
I
type of
thought
Hey,
we-
they're going to coach bundle as well if you want.
what was that? What did you say?
They're going to coach bundle apparently.
A coach bundle.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean you get a ticket and then you buy the coach?
You got
Yeah,
ticket plus a travel package, like a National Express package.
yeah. Coaches are cheap anyway, so it's calm for me. I'm used to being
You should put that on the Discord, you know.
on coaches. What the bout?
Yeah, we should try and put it on.
Oh, you mean for a watch along type of shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do a watch along for it. I'm down.
On the
Yeah.
NBA, right? I know Cos set it up. And
Yeah, he set it up, so we'll do that. I'm fully down for that. We'll watch the bout. Yeah, we'll do that because people will ask for it anyway.
Yeah,
Because I always stupidly ask the chat, do you don't watch alongs? And they always say yes. So I'm like, all right, we might as well do that. So we'll probably end up doing a preview, a watch along for it, and then a recap of that bout as well, innit? Maybe the recap will either be that night or definitely the day after as well. But yeah, courtside commentary we will be doing. That'll be Monday night. We will do we'll preview the play-ins and the playoffs, and we'll all give our predictions. So I'll be there, of course, Surfer, Jez, Timo, Peter,
no Lakers,
all the NBA guys.
Lakers.
That is devastating in that, man.
No Lakers, yes.
This guy.
I'm hurt. Hey, before we close,
Mexico.
F you, Jez. I don't care if you're hurt.
I'm
Yes, you're a dickhead, bro.
This man hasn't said anything for 20 minutes.
I know this guy. Yo, he calls you a dickhead far too often. You know, this is a regular occurrence. You heard him on that Lakers stream. Because Jez was just, for those that don't know, for context, when the Lakers didn't get knocked out of the playoffs, it became apparent they couldn't get into the play-ins, and Jez just laughed at Timo for about an hour on the stream. So that's where that stems from.
It's all love, man. It's all love.
He just laughed.
And by the way, Simon, what the fuck you mean if Paqueta had a good game? He was average.
Who's this Ndombele? Oh, did Ndombele play?
Yeah, he scored a Tottenham today, and everyone told me bring him back to Tottenham. Foolish people.
I take it you're not an Ndombele fan then.
I love Endon better, and I think he can.
Yeah.
When he goes somewhere else, he can be still a good player, but not at Tottenham. It's just not working out, man. Same with Lo Celso as well.
I always thought, the thing gets Ndombele can only do 60 minutes, right? So I'm thinking, then why didn't Spurs just pay him 60% of his wages then? Because he can only do 60 minutes a week. You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't know.
keep the other, put it in escrow, put the other wages in escrow until you complete a whole 90 minutes, like all in a row.
Nah, Rice didn't have a good game, flawless. Hope you're happy. I don't want to see Rice do badly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we want to do it well. Like,
man.
We're not haters.
Shout out to Dex.
No,
what I'm saying is Jack
bad
Wilshere.
Rice.
Yeah, facts. This is blasphemous. I don't know why bad Rice.
What do you think you're haters?
Yeah, we ain't haters. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. We are a lot of things. But that is not one thing that you can associate with any of us here. But you lot continue to get your questions in. Don't forget, for anyone who might have joined during the show, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. You lot in the comments run the show. Any sporting question, past or present, like I say, it can be football, basketball, boxing, cricket, tennis, any question you want to ask, past or present. But switch your names. We will go into the top 4 race because I was hearing top 4 was all over Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? And Monday happened.
Place, right? Third place.
Yeah. Palace beat Arsenal 3-0, and now it's on. You get me? One of the worst Manchester United sides I've ever seen. But we're only 3 points behind Arsenal. Yes, they have a game in hand. But Arsenal still have to play United. They still have to play Chelsea. They still have to play Spurs. They still have to play Declan Rice and West Ham.
Can I just say,
Party is out as well.
Fans getting gas on getting third on the table is absolutely ridiculous, though.
They might not even get fifth now.
Finish above Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea lose to Brentford. Yeah, this could be our chance to finish above Chelsea.
What you have to remember about Arsenal as well is they've got Tierney out for the rest of the season, their first choice left back. They ain't really got anyone for backup, and they've also got Thomas Partey out for quite a bit.
And Tomiyasu still missing.
Be my uncle, man. Simple.
Why do you sound like you're in the back of a shop?
This guy is shouting from the back.
Like,
That's probably lying down in it. Yeah. Guy lying down, stretching his back on his yoga mat. That's what it is. He's stretching his back on his yoga mat, doing downward face. Down.
Should be a taxi, bro.
Yeah, serious. If my nan had wheel, should be a taxi. Yeah, shout out to Saeed. Shouts to my guy Saeed, man. Shouts to Saeed. I literally was watching that clip just before today. Actually, hilarious show. Because I got it bookmarked and I just ran back through it. I remember that stream like it was yesterday when he said that. Yo.
Arsenal fans deserve this, man.
I was replaying Timo's shoot comment. That's what I was
Oh, well, he's like, why are they fucking shooting? Because you can just see his arms in the air.
Why are they shooting, man?
Yes, man, you are right. Arsenal do play Chelsea, they play United, they play Spurs, they play West Ham. All I'm saying is, yes, are they still currently favourites for the top 4? Yes, but the race is still well and truly on. Arsenal are in it, Spurs are in it, West Ham are in it, Manchester United are in it. Just look. I
think similar to the title race, I think it will come down to that North London derby at the end of the season as well.
It could, like, if you look on paper, yes, Spurs have more favourable fixtures, but you never know. Do I think United will get it? It depends on the form and fitness of numbers 19, 6, and 25. We have X factors in this. However, if they don't perform, we won't get it. With Spurs, Arsenal, I don't know.
Look at this Saturday, right? Very fascinating. You play lunchtime. I think Arsenal play 3 o'clock and then Spurs.
Yeah, they play 3 Brighton.
So, and Brighton, I think they will just have enough to beat Brighton because Brighton just can't score enough goals. They just
shocking for
they've won like 4 or 5 games this season or something like that. Maybe they could grab a draw, but I think they'll just have enough to beat Brighton. Arsenal have got a good home record, but like you say, after that, I mean, but their choice. I know we've got Alonso at left back, but I'd rather have Alonso than have Xhaka or Tavares at left back.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because Tierney's injured. Tierney's injured.
He's out. Yeah.
Tierney's injured. Tomiyasu's injured as well, and Partey hobbled off as well.
Hobbled off, yeah.
He could be out for the season potentially.
Yeah.
Who's out for the season?
Partey could potentially be out for the season.
So they were talking about hamstring, right? They were talking about hamstring.
Yeah, but we don't know the severity.
Actually,
is it?
So what?
If it's is it a 5?
It's a muscle damage on the thigh.
Well, that's weeks, right? It's weeks anyway, right? 5 anyway. It's at least 2-3 weeks or something like that.
We need your boy Ryan Graham Potter to do the business on the weekend.
Yeah,
or at least they grab a draw. At least they grab a draw.
Yeah,
So
where
you're
has
gonna
he
draw.
been this season, man?
Have
I
a
think
draw,
Real
that's
might be in
facts.
better stuff this year, man.
Facts. Actually, yeah, I'd be with Babs on Saturday, so it'd be great if they draw. Be fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Be fantastic. I'll see him that day. Snoop, why are we tripping? What are you talking about, fam? What are we tripping about now? I said I
Yeah,
want
you
your
didn't.
team to win. What's it called? Skid
It's
out.
gonna-
Ray saying they should play Saka left back. Well, then you lose him from the wing because then you play Martinelli. Who's their other option? Pepe.
Pepper.
Pepe's got sneaky numbers. You look at his stats. He's got sneaky stats. You know. He's
Yeah, I
very
Yeah, you
don't
seem
like
to. Yeah, he'll score like the third goal in like a 4-1 win or
yeah.
some shit
He's
like
got
that.
or assist
think-
or
I
something like
think-
that. He's got very good stats.
because obviously the other day in the Palace game, they took that Tavares off because he's shocking in it,
Oh,
and they put Xhaka at left back second half. But one thing you do, Xhaka can maybe do a steady job at left back in it, but you're just losing from midfield. And let's be honest, you hate Xhaka all you want. Xhaka is arguably Arsenal's best midfielder in it. Like,
You
let's
say
be
that,
honest.
though.
Party is
But with
the
Partey being injured, and then you can't take Xhaka out of the midfield.
But then,
and
when,
use the
yeah,
midfield
exactly,
pivot,
exactly.
right?
With Partey injured now, it's even more paramount that Xhaka has to play midfield. So if you put
I
Xhaka left back,
think-
you lose even more from midfield. You
I
have to
think
put like
Xhaka is good.
Lokonga and El Neni there.
yeah.
I think Xhaka is only good because Party is next to him. I think he makes him better.
But I think he's.
I
gonna
think- I
play
think
on
that-
any-
I think
he's gonna
they
play on any
complement-
Lokonga, though.
I think they both complement each other, innit? But I think Party does make him better. Even
But I
his
think he's
numbers
gonna play
in
Xhaka
2022.
I still think Partey's bare overrated though.
You reckon it's Xhaka Lokonga? Is that what you're saying, Surfer?
No, I reckon he'll play Xhaka at left back.
And who'd be in the midfield? Lokonga and who that? Is it Petit?
Elneny.
Ryan said
Elneny.
Lokonga and El Neni. I think.
Oh, I forgot about El Neni. I forgot about El Neni.
I think they'll play him because he hauled Tavares off away to Crystal Palace. You know, Crystal Palace is good, yeah, but remember this is Crystal Palace without Elise as well. Elise wasn't there; he wasn't playing as well. So it's not as if he was being
He
like
was struggling
roasted
against Jordan. Are
alive.
you?
Jordan Ayew was terrorizing this guy. Jordan Ayew was
By the way,
terrorizing this guy.
we're getting on to Arsenal a bit, but let's shout out Patrick Vieira.
Yes,
Your time,
you're
fam.
right.
Give him man his flowers, fam.
Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Actually-
stress us.
After everyone, probably including me as well, before the season started, when he went to Palace, thought that they would be in a relegation battle. We thought he'd probably get sacked and stuff, but he's been an absolute breath of fresh air, to be honest. He's been brilliant, and the way Palace play, they play more open football, much more open football. They're attractive to watch. They got some very good players. They score goals. They've been very good in big games this season as well. Even the ones they've lost, they've competed. When we beat them 3-1 at their place in January, we were very lucky to win that game. They battered us in the second half. They went and beat City away. They drew against them at home. They battered Arsenal.
We only beat them 1-0
Back
last
Tottenham.
minute.
Yeah,
We
they
only beat
battered
1-0
Tottenham
last
as
minute.
well. And they're in an
Yeah.
FA Cup semi-final as well. They're in an FA Cup semi-final, and the way Chelsea are playing at the moment, Palace, don't rule out Palace in that semi-final.
But you know why I'm gassed that Conor Gallagher's on loan now. He can't play against us, and it looks like Elise is out, possibly injured as well. And that's essentially their two best players, I think, overall this season. That are
Because
out
I
of
don't think
that.
Zaha's been, from what I've seen, he's not been as good as.
I think Zaha's probably not been that good, but he's probably thankfully I've got two other
I have
players
been
now who are
a
in his
Mateta
team.
when I've seen him play. I do like
Yes.
Mateta.
He's looked pretty good. But that's the whole thing of Patrick Vieira. He's learned about these players by managing elsewhere. Do you know what I mean?
And I think his recruitment's been very good. You look at Joachim
He is.
Anderson as well. He's been
Yeah.
a great signing for them in
Got
terms
2
of the way
assists against
they're
Arsenal.
playing. Yeah.
Quality Danish centre back in West London. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish we had one.
Serious. Facts.
Christensen got torn a new one the
We've
other
moved
night.
on from that. We were talking about Crystal Palace.
Oh, I wasn't
We've
here
moved
in
on
it,
from
but yeah, I was just wondering if a certain King of Spin was in the chat, innit?
Probably pop up or something, innit? But hey, put some respect on the
Did you
Champions
see
League
him
Europe's
on the
name.
stream? Did you see him on the stream today? He had the hood up on a mask on.
Yeah, I
He's in his own
saw it.
house. He's in his own house, yeah.
But shout out Patrick Vieira, man. Shout out Patrick.
Oh, they dodged a bullet because they were after Frank Lampard, if you
I
remember.
know,
before
man.
Oh, good lord. Imagine. Oh, Mark, can I just say Mark Gahey as well? Deals put in Mark
Yeah.
Gahey's played well as well.
Also, their left back as well, Mitchell. He's been very,
Mitchell's
very good.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's getting the best out of all his players there, man, and it's really good to see. Tell you what, if he wins the FA Cup, man, that's an amazing achievement.
Oh,
Just
absolutely, goddamn.
Just getting to the semi-finals. I mean, that you're absolutely right. The way that I was one of those who thought but that's my ignorance with Vieira, not because he.
I thought it'd be trouble
Yeah,
I think
that's
everyone did.
because we were losing a lot of players as well. That's why I was more so saying, because we lost a lot of players in that
they
summer.
had a huge. They lost like 10, 12 players or something.
Yeah,
And
something like
also,
that.
I think
Like deals,
in
right?
the Hodgson era, towards the end, whilst he did make them stable, they were getting a bit stale. I thought towards the end of Hodgson that you just thought a less experienced manager coming in who he didn't really have. What was he? Which French team was he at again? Where I don't
Was
think
he at
it went.
Nice.
Yeah, Nice.
Yeah, I don't think it went that well. You thought, oh, is this the right move? Is this the right option for Palace? But he's done absolutely brilliantly, and he's a shout for. I think he's a potential shout for manager of the year. To be honest,
It's a
I think
consideration.
whoever wins the
It
league
is.
out of Pep or Klopp will win it in it. But like, he has to be at least an honourable mention.
Absolutely. Absolutely, goddamn, definitely an honorable mention. And speaking of mentions, obviously, if you are part of the membership, people, you do get shout outs during the show. So big up to Daniel, Time to Shine, 44, Timo, Snoop, Junior Swag King, Wandanzo, Abdallah, Joey the Don, The Progressions Project, Don KJB, Brian, Dan Levitt, S. Featley, Easy92, J Socials, Hissam, Eleanor, Give It to Mikey, Smooth Miracle, Nippin, Eddie, Slens, Sasha, Nelly, Scott Page, Neville B, and Ryan as well. So yeah, man, love to all of the members. And if you want to join the membership, links underneath in the description, people. But if you want to support the channel for absolutely free, just subscribe and hit the notification bell. Not only on the main page, but on all the upcoming live stream schedules. Because for whatever reason, when we go live on YouTube, it doesn't always send out the notification to everybody. So you don't want to miss the shows. Because like I said, we're back here today. I'm going to say tomorrow, 5 p.m. Myself and Statman, Mandem United podcast, talking all things Manchester United. You'll get Ballers at the Bridge as well. Is there any NBA tomorrow? Yes, there is NBA tomorrow. Nets Cavs, 12:30 a.m. That will be on the Twitch as well. But that's an important game for the 7th seed. I think the Nets are only a game down on them or two.
But they can't
I'm gonna
get.
check.
Oh,
can they not get a 7?
Sorry, they can get a 7.
Yeah, they can't get 6. It wasn't it? They're in the play-ins. Yeah. Let me have a look. Actually, I look here at the West. Oh no! Wait.
Look.
Am I looking there? Hold up. Shit, I was looking at the wrong conference. Hold up. Thinking, what's going on? Yeah, I was right. So yeah, they're literally a game between them. So the Nets are 42 and 38, and the Cavs are 43 and 37. So it's potentially a play-in matchup. So that's going to be interesting because you got, like I said, you got the Cavs who are 43 and 42. 43 and 37. The Nets are 42 and 38. The Hawks are 42 and 38, and then the Hornets in 10 are 40 and 39. Go on, fam, what you saying?
I know before we close out, you guys are probably going to get onto me or, you're not going to want to talk about it. But I think it's only right that we have to kind of do a little preview on what will probably be the biggest Premier League match in quite a lot of years.
Yeah,
You mean since the Anfield fixture in like November?
In 2014, since the Anfield 2014. Yeah, no, I'll be real. It is the biggest.
He's saying since the one in November, since 2020. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying 2020, fam. This guy, go on, take it away. Your time. I'll give my thoughts on it, but your time. People want to hear from the Lou.
I've done a quick tonight. I think
we couldn't get any of the. We couldn't find any of the 12 City fans, so we moved. Go on, fam. Carry on.
I think it's just an absolutely massive game. I think if City win, I do think the title's done then. I think 4 points with the psychological shift to City would be too much, I think, to overcome. And it'll be a big psychological blow for us. So I think a draw, I'd take a draw. If you offered me a draw right now, I'd take it. Even though it would be in City's hand, I'd still take that chance of being 1 point behind with a better goal difference, which we have with 7 games to go. I'd take that chance. And if City still beat us to the league, then fair enough, they deserve it 100%. Obviously, if we win, that's great. But yeah, I'm just going into that game thinking we just can't lose the game. That's it. Just don't lose the game, and we still got a really good chance of this title. But that game is just huge in terms of if a team does win it, the psychological shift and momentum that team will have will be just massive. And it's just going to be a great game because both team squads, apart from Diaz out for City, they're looking in good shape. We've got no injuries at the moment, which is good. Both teams have momentum. Both won our Champions League games in midweek. Both teams playing well recently as well, actually, in the last couple of games. Well, maybe not us so much, but we've been getting results in it. But yeah, it's going to be a great game, man. And yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, man.
I understand why you're nervous.
Do you know it's a referee for that game?
Anthony Taylor and also Paul Tierney as VAR, who are both from Greater Manchester.
Did somebody say Anthony Taylor?
Yeah.
So they got the referee and the VAR guy who are both from Greater Manchester. That's what people are upset about. We'll laugh at.
I don't care if he was from Manchester. Just Anthony Taylor as a referee is crap. So it doesn't matter where he's from. I think. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you would take a draw, and because your record at the Etihad is.
You know what? I actually got
pretty
onto
bad.
this. You know, Surfer, it's interesting you said that because I got into this on the last stream actually. The record at the Etihad over the last few years hasn't been good. I fully admit that. But when I did look at pretty much each of those games, and it did make me think, I'm actually not taking that much of that into the game on Sunday because when I deep it, 2017 where we lost 5-0 there.
Oh yeah.
But first of all, we had a man sent off. We were competing up until then fully,
Yeah.
and we had a man sent off that. But also, we didn't have Van Dijk and Alisson because we hadn't brought them yet. And City got 100 points, and we finished fourth. They were a miles better team than us. So I don't take that really into account. 18-19, which I think is probably the best Premier League game that I've seen, if I'm being real. That 2-1 at the Etihad. Fine margins. Legit fine margins. 10 centimetres off the line, everything like that. Fine margins. And also, I think the City team then is better than the City team now. And I also think our squad right now is better than our squad then as well.
Yeah,
our team is better. So I think 1920, where they beat us 4-0, we just won. That was our first game back after winning the league. We were fucked during that game. You could tell in it. Like everyone remembers that game. And also last season, it was a 1-1 at the Etihad, I think, as well, where honestly, like, we had no Van Dijk or anything like that, obviously. So, like, I think this is the first time. This is the game where at the Etihad where I'm going in the league thinking this is the most capable I've seen. This is the best chance we've got of beating City at the Etihad under Klopp in the league. Do you get what I mean?
I understand. Yeah, I do as well. Yeah, this probably would be, given what your team is like. I think it's got a draw written right over this game. I think it's got a draw.
I agree.
I think it's got like a 1-1, like you say, 1-1 draw. Because let's deep it, right? Because I know you've agreed because you said it. Salah's not in the best of.
He's been shocking
form, like playing wise at the moment. Yeah, since his return, like since the African Nations Cup, really. He scored goals, but even they're sort of drying up a bit.
Penalties,
now,
and even I think against Leeds he got 2 penalties and assists, but that's Leeds, isn't it? Like, come on, man. Yeah.
But like even like against Watford, Watford
Leeds
got taken off.
Team who, if you can run him behind in it, like
Oh yeah. But Watford though, he got taken off and didn't really impress.
Oh, he was up against Watford.
Oh yeah, he was up against Kamara, who is a very, very good fullback.
My days, he was worse the other day against Honestly, against Benfica, he was an absolute shambles. I was saying take him off half time.
What I'm hoping for, I'm not really hoping. Yeah, cause I prefer City to win this league, obviously, because it doesn't mean anything if they win it. But I'm hoping for, and I think you are, Flawless. I think we're hoping for a KDB masterclass on Sunday, so that Ryan has to actually come on here and actually credit KDB.
You know what?
It probably won't happen. But
I was talking about Kevin De Bruyne in the preview I just did on Nick's channel. Is that
big up, Saint?
I think KDB's more effective. It will be more effective if he's played in a false nine. I'd rather him playing the midfield 3 because whenever he's played, he's had a lot of games where I think City played better without him in the midfield 3, but they also play better against us when he's not in the midfield 3. I look at some of City's best performances against us over the last few years. When Mahrez missed the penalty at Anfield, he wasn't in the team, and they were brilliant that day. Last season, when they beat us 4-1, he wasn't there, brilliant that day. But when he has been there, we've beaten them a lot of the time. So, like, I just think there's something there, and I just think
they're true on Salah. He's only scored 1 goal in open play in 2022.
Something like that. I've heard about this.
He scored against Chelsea at the start.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, and was there another one after that? I think you know what? I think they've just been penalties, legit.
Wow. Okay.
Got a couple of assists, but he's been shocking. Since AFCON, he's been shocking.
Yeah. Wow.
Peak. Yeah, I pretty much agree with the majority of what both of you might have said. Like, it does have draw written all over it. That's why when anyone's asked me, I've said, yeah, draw. Like I've said,
You know what?
I've said draw.
I've got
Go
a
on, fam.
question for all of you. I
Go
think
on.
we all know that if a team does win this game, they are favourites for the title.
Yeah.
I think we have to admit.
Momentum
If it's a-
shift.
Who do you think wins it in the
If
end?
it's a draw, City, I think Liverpool have to win. I think the onus is more on you. I think the onus is more on you.
I think
100%.
they're running on paper. That's easy because I know.
I'm gonna check their running
I
in
know
a sec. Give me a
Spurs.
sec.
You know what, this running thing is like people are using our running, say Manchester United and Everton at home as well, you know. Like,
I'm
run
not
the game
counting.
back.
I'm not
Fuck
counting.
it, like
I'm
we're
not counting.
battering both teams in those games.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I'm talking more. I know
Okay.
Spurs have got a bad record.
Spurs will be a
Anfield,
tough
but
one.
They could get a draw.
Spurs
Could
is
get
our
a draw.
toughest game for the rest of the season.
And I have heard a lot of Liverpool fans actually surprisingly say that we actually gonna do them. Not that we're gonna beat them, but say like we're gonna give them
No,
tough running. I don't even know.
After we play City, Spurs is our toughest game in the league, I'd say, at Anfield.
Let me
I
have a
would say.
look.
I think we can win every other game. I think
So this is City. So City's running is Liverpool's running. Sorry, this is in the league. Home to Manchester United, home to Everton, away to Newcastle, home to Spurs, away to Villa, away to Southampton, home to Wolves. That's not easy.
The Newcastle one could be a problem as well. I know
Newcastle. Sorry to cut you off. Newcastle, Spurs, Villa, Southampton, Wolves. That's not an easy running.
But I know
it's not easy, but I'd expect us to get results in those games. I'll be real, I do.
I can see drop points.
Yeah. But what we're saying is we're not saying defeats. Could be draws.
No, I expect. If we're serious about a title, I expect us to win. There's no excuses for not winning those games. I'll be real with you. City have still got to play West Ham away. They still got to play Villa as well. They still got to play Newcastle. They still got to play Wolves away. So City have got a lot of those same fixtures as well.
Yeah. I reckon the Champions League will
Champions
come
League
into effect
will play
as well.
big part in there.
Yeah,
and the FA Cup semi-final as well. Whoever wins that,
you play literally back to back, right? You play back to back.
So play very big. I also think it's, believe it. I know Flawless ain't going to want to hear this. I think it's going to be a City Liverpool Champions League final as well. Whoever wins the league will win that final, I think.
I'm not watching that game.
I'm looking at City's running here. So City played. They got a postponed game against Wolves that needs to be put to the schedule. Home to Brighton, home to Watford, away to Leeds, home to Newcastle, away to West Ham, home to Villa. Their running is definitely significantly on paper easier than Liverpool's, but I think it will. The game on Sunday is definitely could be a momentum shifter for whoever wins. I reckon that's why I think it'll be a draw. I think it's a game that's too big to lose.
I said, if City win, it is over. Like, I will say that if City win it, 4 points will be too much with the psychological shift to City. It'll be too big.
The shift, yeah.
But a draw, and I'm still saying we can definitely win this title.
Oh yeah, with a draw, yeah, because there's a point with 7 games to go.
With a better goal difference as well.
Yeah, you just hope that you don't get like a red card or something and you lose heavily, because otherwise that goal difference then gets wiped out, and it really, do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, but if it goes to 4 points, even
if Jess, big up, yeah. I know you got a dog. Big up.
Yeah, up yours, Jess. Up yours. No, see you later, man.
I mean, it's just such a massive game, man. It's such a massive game. But he has to get his lineup spot on, Klopp. I'm not. Put it this way: if I see Jota starting this game, I don't want to watch it.
But he's scoring goals. I don't understand.
If Jota starts, we are losing. We are getting pammed if Jota starts.
He scores you goals. I don't understand this Jota thing, but he scores goals.
Nah, you know what it is with Jota, yeah? I had this monologue on the last preview about Jota, innit? This is Jota, yeah? Jota, decent goal scorer, decent movement in the penalty area and everything. As a footballer, he's so shambolic. You know when people say, yeah, Jota's been bailing us out with goals? No, he's been bailing himself out because his shocking performances, yeah, have led to us. I'll give you an example. Arsenal game a couple of weeks ago away. Let's be honest, Arsenal had us on the ropes for 60 minutes. They were all over us for 60 minutes. We get no control of the game, and that was because Jota and Mane couldn't hold the ball up whenever they got it. They were losing it every single time, and Arsenal had so much control over us. The thing is that Arsenal, they didn't have enough quality to hurt us up front, and also our defense was very good that day. If you're telling me Jota starts against City away, same thing will happen. City will have control, but City have the quality to punish us, and they will punish us if that happens. Let's be real.
Depends. If he plays Jota, as long as he don't play him down the middle, I'd get it.
And no, I still think even if it's on the either wing, it's bad enough. I do.
Yeah, because it's like what you saying, Diaz? What you were trying to see, Mane and Salah?
trying to see Salah, Firmino, Diaz.
You want Diaz over? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Diaz over Mane as well. I don't think I don't. Yeah, you know what it is? Mane has lost a lot of pace. He's not that quick anymore, and I just think up against Kyle Walker, he's not going to get much joy out of him. Where I think Diaz he's quicker, but like Diaz is more tricky.
The high line, true say. The high line could suit that City play could suit your counter attack with a Diaz and a Salah in it.
Yeah, but I also think Diaz is more tricky and more skillful than Mane, and I think that's the way to beat Kyle Walker as well. Beating Kyle Walker for pace is very hard for any player. Let's be real. But you can beat.
Is he fit?
Kyle Walker, I think he's playing. Yeah.
Is he fit? You sure?
I didn't even know he was injured, fam.
I swear he was injured.
No,
Am I tripping?
He was suspended the other day.
Oh, right, because I know he didn't play recently.
Group stage game.
Okay. I was thinking why didn't he play, but I stand corrected.
Kyle Walker, and I just think if you can easily get at Kyle Walker if you got trickery and skill, but beating him for pace is a very hard thing to do. Let's be real, like it is. So I think I'd rather play Diaz on the left. Diaz has got momentum. He's on good form. Scored the other day. Played well. All right. So yeah, I play Diaz.
I understand Black Diamond. I wouldn't say Jota is pivotal, but I understand both. I understand the argument for Jota, and I understand the argument against Jota.
You know what? Me and Cams both said that on Baines' channel the other week that if we got more money than what we paid for Diogo Jota, we'd sell him.
Yeah, that's fair. He's a squad player. I think that's most squad players. Most squad players fall into that bracket.
That's
they doing it.
That's another. Of course,
I said this.
Of course, you'd
that's
sell
what.
For more than you. Of course, you'd sell for more than what you bought.
Yeah, like squad. He's a squad player. Like I'm not saying Jota should start week in week out. What I'm saying is I see the arguments for him, and I see the arguments against him starting. The arguments against is everything you just mentioned in terms of the ball breaking down and things of that nature, and what he offers.
But I'm going to hear in a few years' time. Man, I wish we hadn't sold Jota.
I wouldn't sell him. You really on the because you judge him like he's a first teamer. That's the problem.
He's been starting loads of games, and you know what it is.
Yeah, but you have to understand. Even though he's been starting games, he's still a squad player.
Yeah, he should. That's what he should be. I'm happy with him as a squad player as an impact. So happy with him as an impact.
What I'm saying is he has a case to start because he does score vital goals. If there's one player you want the ball to fall to, is him in terms of chances.
I still say Salah's just over.
But Salah's out of form though.
He's out of form at the moment. But
what I'm saying, I swear, did you not say in the chat Salah missed the series against Benfica?
He did, but he's been better than Jota. Let's be real.
I'm saying Jota, like one thing one thing he can do is him finding the back of the net.
But you know what it is with him, yeah? I said this after the Forest game as well. If he continues starting games regularly for the rest of the season, we will lose out on trophies because he will cost us. Whether it's in Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, like he will cost us. Especially when we have to play bigger sides, like he will.
Depends. It'd be interesting to see the front three is going to be interesting. I see.
Firmino
has a selection headache.
Firmino and Salah definitely start. Definitely. Klopp isn't going into that game without those two starting. Obviously, if they're fit.
I think I'm looking at it because he has good options to have, which is good from a Liverpool perspective. Is we speak about City's high line. Diaz off the bench if the game's tight or Liverpool up. It's probably a better option off the bench than Jota.
I think we'll go with tried and trusted.
But I'd rather start Diaz still. Yeah. I think you have to start with your best team. And I think you have to go...
Maybe.
And I think we have to go with our most technically secure front three as well, which is Salah, Firmino, Diaz. That's our most technically secure. Mane and Jota aren't technically secure players, innit? And against City, we need to have as much of the ball and as much control as we possibly can in that game, innit, at the Etihad. And Mane and Jota will probably lose us some control. Whereas we just have to give ourselves the best chance of that at the end of the day.
Depends how Klopp's trying to tell though. Is he going to go toe to toe and match him, or is he
Yeah,
going to sit?
he'll sit back. He'll go to toe. He's not going to sit back.
See, I think that's a mistake.
You think?
Yeah, give City the ball. That high line against all that pace you have in behind.
Yeah, but City penning us in, man. It's
Hey, you got quality defense, man. Back it, fam.
We do have quality defense, but
Back it. This is what you get paid. This is what you Van Dijk's, Matip, who you hype up. I'm not hearing that, especially from you. Trent, Robertson, Alisson, Fabinho, Thiago, all these. This is now the chance. Sit back, yes.
We've gone toe to toe with Man City before and won.
Why do Liverpool fans do this? Why do Liverpool fans always... Why do you do this?
I'm talking league.
We're the worst team.
I'm saying league. So why you beat them to trophies then? My point is league settings I'm talking about. League settings. Going toe to...
Why do you do the underdog thing?
Yeah, serious.
Why do you guys do the underdog thing?
My wax is lyrical about all these defenders and that. This is your chance to stand up. Why are you worried?
Oh, I've got no
problem.
I've got no problem with our defense, which is why I think we can go toe to toe with them.
I think it's foolish. I don't think that. No, not foolish. I think that's the smarter move is not to go toe to toe with them. City want you to play against them.
Yeah, they do.
City wants you to play against them.
Nah, I think City prefer it if we were sit deep.
No, you seen De Bruyne complaining about Atletico Madrid. The first time I've seen play a 5-5-0. City don't want that. And when I say deep, I don't mean be defensive and not offer anything going forward. I'm saying
that the onus is on
60-40.
Then we need to at least have a go in it. Let's be real.
Yeah, you can have a goal counter attack. When I say like give them the ball, I'm saying like 60-40.
City are a very good team on the ball.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying 60-40. No, but when I say that, I'm talking 60-40 like possession. I'm not saying like give them 80% of the ball. I'm not saying go there and do an Atletico Madrid. I'm saying that go there and do a Spurs. That's the blueprint to beat Manchester City.
Spurs did do it well, I admit.
Spurs sat deep, hit them on the break. And I think you have the perfect players, whatever the front three is, to hit them on the break. Chelsea did it. Jez said it. Chelsea played deep and won the Champions League against them. I'm just saying, are Liverpool capable of going back toe-to-toe with City and winning? Yes. I'm not saying you're not capable. I'm saying, what's the best approach? I just think that approach is better. To go there and try and 50-50% or 55-45 in your favor, I don't think is the smartest move.
How come
Chelsea playing deep was also because we only had one really good forward player in Havertz. We had like 4 players that Liverpool had. We probably wouldn't play as deep. We played more counter-attacking. That's what it is. There's deep and there's counter-attacking.
Yeah, I think it's both because I think you can defend deep and counter-attack. Like, I think that's the best, that's the easiest way to get a seat.
You need to have proper outlets, and Chelsea didn't. Chelsea
didn't have
fair enough. For most of that,
I mean, we have outlets, but like
your outlets are phenomenal for them. All that space to run in behind, phenomenal.
But will we get enough the ball?
If you have 40% possession, yes. If your midfield if your players are as good as you man say they are, yes.
Getting back that much, isn't it?
That's
40% possession is still okay. That's how much possession I think we're in the game.
Even 30, then let's even change it. Even 35. If your players are as good as you man say they are, you man are talking quads, you should be able to do this. Is 35% possession enough for the likes of Thiago and Fabinho to play passes through to your forward line? Yes. I believe they are capable.
Fabinho enough to enable us to have some sort of good control in the game.
Well, I hear that. I think there'll be parts. I'm just saying you don't go there and open up against Manchester City. I think that's what they want. If I'm a City fan, I want you to do that. That's what it is.
But then if you're a Liverpool fan, well, City are not going to. Well, City aren't going to sit back in it. That's impossible.
No, City won't. What I'm saying is, if I'm a City fan, if I'm looking at this game, I do not want Liverpool to come and sit in and try hit us on the counter attack. I want them to try and go toe to toe with us. That's just me.
Even if we don't sit back, we can. City is still going to have most of the ball. And we can still get them in transition enough times at the end of the day. They're still going to play high. They're not going to be too deep. We can still take advantage of space in behind.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I want to lure them into a false sense of security.
Okay, that's an interesting way of putting it, Lewin.
That's what I would do. I'd lure them into.
I don't think Pep is preparing for Liverpool to sit back in a low block.
It catches them off guard, and you're good defensively. Like without the low block, like Liverpool's defenders. So my point is, if you put it, that makes it even more difficult, and then you have the outlets and the onus. I say the onus is on you lot to win the game to overtake them, but it's at Liverpool, it's at the Etihad. So therefore, the onus is going to be on them in front of their 12 fans to do what needs to be done.
Man said
You know
12.
what I'm saying? Like the onus is going to be, they're drafting some new people because it's a big game. You know, Sky will help them fill it. My point
Free
is,
tickets. Free
yeah,
tickets.
they'll give away free tickets. I got some in my cereal box. I might roll. But my point is, and I'm just here, like I say, I'm not no tactical genius. I'm just looking at this from a fan perspective, what I would like. And when I look at Manchester City and I look at the teams who are successful against Manchester City, is the ones where City have had more of the ball and they're playing their football and their defense is high. Like I look at the Spurs game, prime example. This is why Spurs get so much joy, and Liverpool have much better quality than Spurs. Just overall, is what I'm saying.
Palace did it. Palace did it to them.
Palace, you know, it's that
City
Spurs and
counter
Palace
attack.
have very good records against them.
Yeah.
I don't know about Palace's show. I know Spurs do, and that's
I do
because
hear
they
what
do
you're
that.
saying, but I would be shocked if Klopp set up in a low block. It would
Yeah.
shock
Oh no,
me.
that's the thing. I don't think Klopp will change his tactic.
No, I don't think he will. I'm not saying he will. I'm saying it should be something that he looks into. And when I say low block, I'm not saying give it up. I'm just saying being a little bit more pragmatic, just a little. I'm talking like a slight tweak of it. Like, you know what? We're just gonna sit in for the first 20 and see how this goes.
But that's the problem.
It's
I don't think Klopp does that. He's not
he's
shown
not.
to do that.
But the thing is with Klopp here is he's evolving. I think he's evolving his style of play now a bit in terms of. I don't think we're as much of a high intensity team as we used to be. I think he's becoming even more about ball retention and even more possession based. Don't get me wrong, we've always been dominating the ball over the last few years, but I think he's putting extra emphasis on that, and you can tell by the options he's playing in midfield. So like Thiago's in now, he's a regular starter when he's fit. You look at Naby Keita plays more. I think he's picking players now based on their contributions on the ball than off the ball. Whereas before, you know, with the likes of Milner, Van Alden, Henderson, it was more
off the ball stuff.
Yeah. So, and I think the biggest example is the conversion of Harvey Elliott from a right winger to a right CM. Harvey Elliott is a player who's more effective on the ball than off, and the fact he's changed into that position shows that he's obviously thinking of him there for the long term. And it shows to me that Klopp is trying to evolve to becoming even more possession based and less, you know, chasing after, running, pressing, and all that, you know. So he's trying to evolve, but setting up in a low block, I see what you mean. You know, it would be interesting if he did do that. And
I'm not saying necessarily a low block, but just a slight twinge. And again, Black Diamond, you got it there. I'm not saying Klopp will do this. I'm just saying this is something. If I'm him, you might look at. I'm not saying go there and play like Atletico Madrid and have Firmino, Jota, and Salah playing as DMs. No, I'm not saying that far. You're not doing the Atletico Madrid thing. Like what I'm saying is,
I don't want.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that because you have enough quality to hurt them.
Exactly. I don't want Salah and whoever is playing on the left wing to be tracking back all the time. So then we have no run. We need them to be on the back line even when we are allowing City to have the ball in our territory.
I just look at it and go, their high line suits you lot down to a T. So it's a balance. I think you're one of the worst. I think you're one of the best counter-attacking teams in the league. Like there's a team you don't want to count, it's probably you.
I do think we're the best team in transition.
Yeah, I give it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the leagues. Yeah. So I've got goosebumps about this game on Sunday, man. I think.
And C1, people think if Klopp took a pragmatic approach, I'd be surprised, flawless. I think people get confused with pragmatic and defensive. Yeah, because pragmatic has a negative spin on it. And it's like being pragmatic at times. All I'm saying is not the whole way through. I'm just saying here, people, at times. Liverpool might not be as concocted. Pick your spots. You know what I'm saying? Be selective.
Sometimes it is about, he'll have I think sometimes he does have 10-minute spells where he's like, keep the ball or just sit, sit in a defensive shape for a bit. Let the opponents have the ball for a bit, but set up in a shape, they won't get past you. And he does pick his spells that time. Like I said, I don't think we run and press as much. Don't get me wrong, we still do, but we don't do as much as we did because he's trying to evolve. So I do see that about, a 10-minute spell. I think the start of the game, the first 15-20 minutes, I can see City coming out at us. And I see City dominating a lot of that. But it's about getting through that at the end of the day. With the crowd on their side, away game,
And
I
that
don't
could
hear
be
the
it.
crowd.
And then
It's
from
fine.
about 20 minutes in, you see out that period at 0-0,
That's a
hopefully,
dick.
and just try and get a bit more control of the game. Then,
Sit in because I think they will come flying out of the trap. So
'Cause
it'll
I
be
think
interesting to see how Klopp approaches. Do you lot you mentioned pressing a few times? Do you go and press high when Edison has the ball, or do you sit off a little bit? Just small things.
yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be
a bit
interesting.
pressing high when Edison's got the ball is a bit risky still. But
No, I'm saying so. Say he plays out the ball to John Stones. Do you go to say it's
well,
Firmino in
City's
the 10? Does he go press up? Does he go press?
that is a very risky thing to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just I'm just talking here, people, from just a neutral fan perspective. The interest, the intrigue in this.
I don't think it would be the worst idea for Klopp to just say to the team, right, you're playing away. City, they'll have the. Let's be honest. We did City's fans. It'll be full on Sunday, and they will have a good atmosphere at the start. It's a massive game at the end of the day, so it will. He will tell City will come out in those first 15-20 minutes, and it will be difficult for us. That's going to be such an important spell of the game where we'll probably just have to get through it, and that could be by just being resilient at the back for a bit, being a bit pragmatic and just getting through it, and then trying to get a bit more control of the game from then on and quieten down the crowd a bit and get some.
Because people look at it like it's a bad thing. Like I'll do it on Pro Club several testaments. You'll test this where we're under the caution. I go right. We just got to sit in there.
Yeah,
I'll stay like we just got to sit in. Like everyone get back in. Let's get in shape. Let's just sit in and see this out for whatever period of time if we're getting peppered.
Pep's done it 1 or 2 times when he's come to Anfield, in the league. I think this season and also in the 18-19 season. Remember when Mahrez missed the pen in the 0-0? And that was the big example when that Mahrez game actually, where we came out dominant team for first 15 minutes maybe, and City got through it. To be fair, we didn't really create too much, and then the crowd quietened, and City got a lot more control, and City should have won in the end. So it could be maybe a similar option for us. I mean,
I'm talking intrigue, people. I could be totally wrong, people, and Klopp goes toe to toe, and Liverpool have 65% possession and win 2-0. Could happen. No, I'm just saying, have a bit like that. You might not have 65, but that might be his plan. His plan might be to treat it like it's a game at Anfield. That might be his plan, is what I'm saying. His plan might be to forget it's City. We're coming here to play our normal game. It might be that we ain't tweaking anything. Like Trent's gonna get high, Robertson's gonna get high, etc. Like that type of thing. Like we are gonna push them.
Alexander-Arnold, that kid. I used to think he was a bit overrated still. And when I said the Reece James stuff, but I actually think now he's probably underrated now, I really do. I think he probably doesn't get the respect he deserves from rival fans. He does from our fan base, but his passing is just outrageous. It's actually outrageous. Like some of the passes he played against Benfica, it's just unbelievable. It literally is unbelievable. Like he's just, that kid is unbelievable, I have to admit. And we're lucky to have him, man. He's improving his defensive work as well. He's improved a lot. Don't get me wrong, is he a world-class defender? No, but he is improving. I think he's become a competent defender now. It's got, I'm not really.
There is any fullbacks who are world-class anymore defensively. I don't think so. I don't think they exist.
João Cancelo is actually, I think he's quite poor defensively.
I think he's just competent, like you said. I think he's just.
Now, João Cancelo, I've seen him struggle a lot when he's
at times. I've seen him.
But going forward, going forward. I think João Cancelo is arguably the best in the world. But Trent is just honestly I'm just so happy with the way he's improving even more. And with him, people just think, his crossing. He just crosses. But actually, I think it's his passing, his general passing and passing range, which is stronger than his crossing. Do you get what I mean? I think that's the best part of his game. The balls that he plays to Robertson across the pitch, the balls over the top, in behind, like it's just amazing, man. Legit, like he's brilliant.
And we'll end on this question from Juan Danzo. That being said, don't forget we will be doing the City Liverpool watch along on the Twitch, people. We'll do City Liverpool. What do you think of the Benfica striker Darwin Núñez? I don't know enough about him.
I saw him the other day.
You telling me? All right, what did you get from him just from that game?
He seemed decent. He's a handful. He's a definite handful. He's he's a decent finish from him for the goal. Simple but good composure. Good. He's quick. He's strong. He's a handful for defenders. He seems a very good. He seems a very good prospect, man. A lot of potential there. So I was quite impressed. He goes down a bit too easy when he could stay on his feet. But he seems all right. He seems good.
you know anything about Darwin Núñez? Surfer.
Nah, never seen him play.
Yes.
Didn't even watch the game the other night. All I know is that Arsenal were linked. All I know, Arsenal were linked with him, and their fan base went crazy, even though they've never seen him play either. So,
Timo, you there? I don't think Timo's there. Timo.
He's probably asleep.
Yeah, he's probably asleep. Yo, this guy doing his yoga. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yoga.
He'll be closing out.
He's not doing yoga. He's doing yoga.
Yes, people. Yeah. Yeah, he was eating as well. Well, yes, love to everyone who's locked in. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you lot. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule on the YouTube and the Twitch. We got shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, large up to everyone that's locked. And then next week we'll be back. Can't wait for the play-ins. Can't wait for the playoffs. I would say I'm excited for the. You know what? I'm more excited for the Champions League actually right now because I see Real Madrid winning it, which would be great. Because Ryan's over there talking about it's a City Liverpool final. Fuck all that. Real Madrid are spoiling the party in that.
Nah, I think City beat Real over 2 legs.
Yo, carrying Benzema up against.
You know what it is though?
Diaz.
Real, especially in the second half yesterday, I thought Chelsea were the better team second half, and I think City would have too much for Real Madrid over 2 legs. I'll be real.
Hey, they gotta get past the little brother Atletico first.
They'll get past Atletico, man.
I think they will. I think they will. My point is defensively, in it, like levels in it. People were saying this about Chelsea, Real Madrid as well. Look how that turned out.
Yeah, you never know in Champions League, mate. There could be some twist and drama in it.
Bro,
let's go. Look at this guy. Why are you smiling so much? Why are you so?
I'm just trying to be positive, man. I'm a roughy. I just need some light at the end of the tunnel, bro. Come on.
Man said, I've had a rough week. You have as well, yo. Your week has been rough, yo. It's been hella rough, yo. You seen your team get packed 4-1 by Brentford. You seen your Lakers fail to make the play-ins. You seen your team lose 3-1 in the first leg of a quarterfinal to Real Madrid. Yeah, it's been peak, yo. I understand why you're trying to be fake positive. I get it, fam. I get it.
You know what they said? Mountains are there to be climbed.
Yeah. Ah, jeez, how's it going climbing that mountain as a Lakers fan?
You need an asthma pump to climb the stairs. Man.
I said the Lakers can't climb stairs. That is hilarious, yo. Oh my god, this guy came with pure energy at the end of the show. You know, hella loud and that, smiling. Like, what is going on?
Come on, man. I need some positivity. This one.
You do, man. You do. So the positivity is Real Madrid going all the way and winning the Champions League. So nobody else in England wins it. That work? That sound good to you, Timo?
I can't lie. English teams might be too strong for.
Nah, man. You said this about Chelsea, Real Madrid. Get me, Don Carlo. Get me, Carlo. What's his name? Carlo Michelangelo Ancelotti is going to be the business guy. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be discussing this one again next week. Definitely.
Oh yeah. We will be doing watch-alongs for both those games on the Twitch, people. I will do obviously Real Madrid, Chelsea on the Tuesday, and then the Wednesday I will do. What's the Wednesday games?
Atletico City or Liverpool.
Yeah. I'll be doing Atletico City, people. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing Liverpool Benfica.
No. Right. If you want to jump on the YouTube channel and do Liverpool Benfica, by all means do it.
I've had the game, but like.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Nah, I'm not doing. Why do I want to see that rubbish? Why?
Why? Oh, don't forget you're betting it next week if you go through. The McDonald's bet.
Oh yeah, the McDonald's bet. Yeah, bring me my McDonald's as well after that game and that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
20 nugget. 20 nugget. Yeah, you normally ask, but it's just great getting it off you because of a football, you talking shit and being emotional about football. So yeah, when Liverpool go through, you know what I'm saying? I'm a 20 nugget share box, large fries, large Coke, barbecue wrap. Thank you very much, Ryan. Appreciate it.
You know what, Ryan? He's not even going to finish those 20 nuggets. He's going to have like 3 or 4 or something. I mean,
and then I throw them away.
Throw the nuggets out the window. That's what he's going to do.
100%. That's what I do. And I film it and post it at you. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But now, all jokes aside, the reason why we made that bet, people, is because it was on the stream of Atletico City, and it's before the game, and this guy was Ryan. You know, people, for any regulars know what Ryan's like. He was hella emotional, talking about, we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win. They got experience. They got Otamendi. They got Vertonghen. They got Darwin Núñez. Who else did you say? Abdel Tarat. Did you say?
Oh my God.
But you know what it is?
Yeah. And then after winning 3-1, he was like, I don't know if we're going through. Go on, fam. Go on.
You know what it is? I was stressed with that. Imagine Sunday.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be stressed.
I mean,
you might put yourself in a coma.
Yeah, you going?
No, I can't get away tickets.
Hey, if there's anyone who can get away Liverpool away tickets, let us know, please. Just DM
I've never-
me or message Ryan. We gotta change that still. Somebody will. Hey, anyone who's listening in
I go to-
or what we're watching right now,
Pretty
say
much
again?
I go to pretty much every home game, but I've never
Yeah, we gotta get you to away games from as well. So anyone who can get a Liverpool away tickets, let us know in it. DM me or message Ryan.
I didn't get a ticket for Wembley next week, but I've heard we're getting a few another 1,500 tickets. So I might
There you
actually
go.
look. So I'll see.
Yeah, man. Go Wembley, man. You know what I'm saying? Go see Lewis and see everyone that's up there in London and that.
Yeah.
Go meet the gang. When is the semi-final?
Next Saturday.
Right,
next week, Saturday.
You might meet Alan though next week. You never know.
Huh?
Innit?
This guy, what?
What?
You might meet Alan next week, innit, in London.
Huh?
After the game. Ask Alan,
Right.
just you know.
This guy, why this guy is wilding, yo?
Have you got?
Alright.
Do you have your hand in your mouth or something when you're talking, man? You sound like you've got no teeth.
This
Mumbling.
guy is wilding. I don't even want to repeat
Yo,
what he said. Go on.
You know, Nick, he actually had the nerve to ask me if I wanted to go on his watch along on Sunday. Do you know how stressed I don't even go on with Liverpool watch alongs on this channel. Do you know how stressed I am?
Yeah, because you're a scaredy cat, that's why, man. Hold
But then
that, fam.
if you go and watch along, I'll probably do half of one on here and half on Saints. Like,
Yo, whatever, man. Hold that, man. You know what I'm saying?
it's going to be an emotional day.
Gotta hold that, man. You gotta get your emotions in check. You know what I'm saying? Timo was fine when he seen Benzema, when he seen Mendy pass the ball to Benzema. He didn't wild out.
Great pass to, like, it's a
I
decent.
was eating pie.
That's-
I was eating
Yeah, you
pie.
see the pie. What pie was you eating, by the way?
Steak and ale pie.
All right. Was it nice? Was it good?
This is nice.
There we go. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You eating that sanctioned pie. Where we move.
It was
Aye.
comfort eating.
Comfy. Love to everyone that's locked in. We're closing out the show, people. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.